Welcome back, gamers and non-gamers, to Beasts of Bose, featured in Beasts in the Timetwist. I'm Gamer Tal. These are gamers Namo, Snap, Doc, Will, and
Gamers,
Bugle.
are we doing this now?
It's a gamer kind of session.
It's like my camera's kind of finicky. Is that
Yeah.
I was playing Oblivion an hour ago.
that fix it? That's kind of slow for me.
You should wait for the remastered version, but hey.
Who wants to do a gamer recap of the last gamer sesh?
What are we doing?
I don't think I'm gamer enough. And also, no one copied it over.
It's been a
I
while.
mean, nobody ever does copy it over. I always have to type all of this out myself.
I assumed that it was
I'll
like
do
you
that.
and Snap who were doing it usually.
No, it's always purely me.
I see.
With that recap, Doc is doing that one. I have my own recap on my sheet.
Okay.
Sometimes I can like carry it over if you need me to, but like
I thought that was the initial arrangement, but hey.
also streams working.
I just handle the tech aspects of this. Well, no, but I do it.
Anywho,
That's great. It started with some fine clothes.
Am I doing the recap? I said I would. Can I
ahead.
be heard?
sounds like it.
Yeah.
Yes,
can
you
do
can.
You can
Okay.
do it.
It started off with us getting some fine clothes and/or a nice bandana to look nice and look the part for our special little outing at the theater. So that the context of that being, if a certain person attending there is in a good mood, we might be able to get into better negotiations. So we get to the theater and we get ready, and then almost immediately something seems amiss, and the play is not starting. Eventually we're like, alright, this is pretty bad, let's investigate. No one seems to notice us. So we head to the backstage and we see that there are just some people just unconscious on the ground. And like, well, that's bad. And then from there came a series of hijinks as we became the backstage crew. As basically everything that could go wrong has gone wrong.
And then,
And then
some.
eventually we realized that one of the people that we had invited to help us with the thing is also part of the crew that's sabotaging it. So that's awkward. Eventually things hit a climax as Crim is over in the top. There's some weird stuff happening on the catwalk out of the audience view. There's a confrontation where they're trying to push the dragon off to cause some mass hysteria, but Crim manages to avoid that, and then they open a potion and we don't know what that does. We're about to find out.
Yeah, this mob wars could be decided by kamikazes behind stage.
Something I just thought of, if Falzone decided that he just wanted to like just completely off Turner there, that wouldn't have silenced Turner because of Wade's power could have brought Turner back and be like, it was Falzone.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's like
Oh,
the most boring Among Us ever.
The ghost can actually be heard.
You're right.
No, the boring one is like, all right, just kill both of us. If
No, this is just like that person, like what when the person is killed, they just kind of go on mic and they're like, "Oh yeah, Falzo just killed me, guys."
Yeah. Okay, so this is gonna be a little bit of a dramatic slow motion section because there's a lot of things happening that I want to adequately describe. There's gonna be a little room to cook here, but of course, if you'd interrupt if you feel something's being skipped.
oh
no. Yeah. So Scipio is halfway.
Scipio?
He's still not Scipio,
Yeah.
but you're close.
Damn, I thought he was dead by now.
Well, no, he's on stage. Where is he?
Yeah, Scipio's on stage, but Alex is halfway from the backstage to the grid. I think you're seeing the commotion somewhat up there, 70 feet above the theater floor. First question, how far along do you want to be to this? It's up to you.
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, I assume I started climbing as fast as I can once I heard commotion starting up there. Mechanically, by dashing, I can climb 30 feet per turn, so
Okay.
however long it's been, assuming I'm dashing.
Okay,
So
let's say
however
it's
long
been
been.
one round then, since you're like, oh gosh, that's definitely something. You started dashing, so maybe you're 30 feet.
Yeah.
Okay, Turner is winging it up to the grid. Where do you want to be?
He was just trying to get within web shooting range.
I think he's already within that.
Yeah, it's 60 feet, so...
Okay, that's maybe you're 20 feet above the ground to ensure you're within range.
He'd be flying a little higher just to, you know, in case they get out of range. But yeah, I don't know how much room I have to move, so fair leave that up to you how close you think you could get.
You could pretty much be wherever, and we'll say altitude, not altitude-wise, XY plane-wise, it's happening like here-ish, like above the curtains that separate backstage from front stage, mostly.
Okay, so he's maybe like around, right here then.
Okay,
So they're about 60 feet in the air?
70 feet is...
70 feet. Okay, 50 is a good amount then.
Hash and Wade, I mean, you all would have noticed at this point that one of Crim's aggressors has been dropped backstage, crunch, and a groaning in pain. Certainly doesn't look like he wants to move about or fight. So something's up, and you could start doing things too, at least in terms of movement.
Yeah, that's right, son. You take that 76 damage. Softened from landing on somewhere a little softer. You didn't want to kill him.
That'd be funny.
Wow.
You get the third kill in the campaign.
True.
Okay, well, feel free to just put yourselves wherever.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume Cashmere started right here, and you can't jump that high, even though he can jump pretty high, but he can't jump that high. So he'll be running backstage.
And he
I'm
can't
not
climb
sure
on
where to
walls
put
yet.
Crim. I'm not sure where to put Crim because I think his was the most relevant to what's immediately happening. So I think where the foes are is where Crim is based on that tile, I believe.
Yeah, cool. So in that rectangle is fine.
Yeah, maybe have like your altitude on there to indicate that you're that high. But I guess if you're in the grid, we know that then.
Either way. Okay, Crim, you have successfully held your ground on this swaying metal catwalk that is suspended, as I said, more or less over the main curtains. And you hear the voice of Falzone utter from behind the last two aggressors, in the darkness, just another lurking, black-clad form. You two, get the players on the stage. The countermeddlers will have to intervene. And that is when those two aggressors, who had tried to shove you off and failed, backed off, popped the corks on the little potion vials that they downed, and you would see that the thing that is wicked that I alluded to is they begin to transform. Their clothes absorbed as they do. One, you can tell based on this, is a draft rabbit. The other is a ground squirrel. Their features sharpen, their fur flattens to scales, and their body shifts until they appear like dragons. Sort of half feral, half uplifted. If you can imagine like the stereotypical monstrous werewolf, kind of like in between those two, but draconic. That's
Were dragon.
Yeah.
God, Turner just kind of like initially kind of glances at Crim for a second before just like shaking his head.
Yeah, Crim seems also surprised by this. He didn't know it could be a potion, and also that it could just be that. He doesn't think this is the same thing. Actually, do they look at all similar to Crim, or are they noticeably...
You feel a sympathetic tingle in your scales, and from less than a year ago, memories, physical memories are sort of flashing in your mind. The similarities are undeniable.
Oh.
One of them has white scales. The other one has pale brown scales. Roll for initiative.
Oh god.
Initiative time.
Alright, I'm gonna do it on the app this time so I don't have to change it.
Right, let me click. Don't forget to click the what we call it.
Yep, right click your token, click the little sword and shields.
Yep. Let's roll. I'm gonna roll mine ahead of time this time. Actually,
I gotta remember how to do initiative on here.
that is not my roll. I will re-roll that. Sick.
I believe my initiative is +2.
Oh, that's a little better. So that's what?
Oh, I got a good one.
Is that 19? Okay, 19. 19 it is. Oh yeah, roll pretty high this time. We all did.
We're waiting on just Bugle.
Oh yeah, sorry. I keep forgetting to put the actual roll.
Yeah, you can do it like directly from your character sheet. Like if you double click your token, click the initiative button, just put whatever your actual bonus is in the window that pops up.
I gotcha. It's toggle combat. Yeah, there it is. Gotcha. Do. Please don't be a good roll. Yeah, fuck yeah, it's a bad one.
Any alert swaps?
We can't see their initiative style.
Okay.
Anyone want to swap with Cashmere?
Fine.
I kind of would like to do some
don't think-
setup, so not me.
I'm in a good spot.
Bugle.
I should be good for now. I'm gonna see how this develops.
Okay.
Oh, I guess I should reveal their initiative before you
Yeah,
make that
that would be a
decision.
good idea.
Oh yeah. Oh, and do we have the bard health, by the way?
Oh yeah. It's not we have 84. Oh yeah, take your 8 temp HP.
All right, you'll be like that. You know that the person at the play is like, all right, guys, we're gonna put on a great show tonight. It's gonna be.
Right.
Okay. I know there's some music.
Let me go
All
live.
right.
We're gonna play this in silence.
At the top of initiative, the catwalk breaks and is now hanging vertical by 2 chains instead of horizontal, and it's swaying. And the 2 dragons, I'll just call them, begin gliding into the lightly obscured snowfall above the stage. That makes it difficult for anyone to see exactly what's happening. Those enchanted snowflakes that Crim had knocked down like 12 seconds ago are still drifting. So you can only see colors, forms, motion, at least from the audience. There's more alien creatures from the cult kind of emerging from the backstage onto the scene. The Song of Boast actors are poised to fight. And in that time of that snowfall, which is looking to last about a minute, that's when these obscured forms glide down from the grid towards the stage. And there's a whimper of pain from the jackal actor as something happens in there. It's a little too abrupt to be like a, oh, I'm so cold type of whimper. It sounds more like pain. That is where, Hona, you may take your turn as I shift the tokens here.
Okay, I'll wait to see what they are before I act.
Let's say they're 50 feet up right now.
50 feet in the air.
Yeah, it's glide.
Oh, great. Okay, I guess I'll start off with the study action. Is this going to be Arcana?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm good at that.
Oh, that's so. Arcana or Nature.
Okay, well, we'll stick with Arcana then, because that's a difference of 6. And I got a good roll, 22.
Okay, pulling up the version 3.0 study action. 22. Okay, I will say that beats the intermediate DC. So, you can tell these are, dragons for intents and purposes, not wearing armor or wielding anything. You can obviously tell they can fly. They look pretty strong, not necessarily super agile or dexterous as they're gliding down. Let's call them Metal Dragon and Chromatic Dragon. And then what else do you wish to know?
Does this count as like a check against both of them or one of them? Because I feel like, I feel like resistances and immunities and stuff like that, resistance and vulnerabilities would be
yeah,
dependent. Okay. We'll go with the Metallic Dragon. Resistance and vulnerabilities, please.
Okay, so you gain 3 pieces of information. Metallic Dragon, resistances and vulnerabilities. None.
Interesting.
Highest and lowest saves or ability scores.
Sorry. Highest and lowest ability scores?
Yes. I think that's for intermediate knowledge, right?
Yeah, that is an option.
Yeah.
Or it's under intermediate, maybe it's under advanced.
Yeah, it's under
Ability scores
intermediate.
looks like intermediate. Okay. Highest con, lowest dex.
Good to know for that one.
Right, that part's similar to Crim.
Okay, most dangerous action or feature it can use at will.
These things can breathe fire, as well as a compound that puts people to sleep.
Oh, that's very
But
different.
Only sometimes. You know, maybe there's a 5 to 6 recharge, we'll say that.
Its first compound puts them to sleep permanently.
You're going to sleep with the fishes.
Okay, they're in the thing. Alright, and you said that they're 50 feet in the air, which is very unfortunate, so I will not be casting web on them. However, they're looking quite strangely in fireball range. So,
That'd be one hell of a special effect, but you know what? That makes
yeah,
sense.
Turner's gonna kind of like just shout to the others, looks like we are part of the show. And he is going to cast a fireball right in a space that between them in the air where it should not affect anyone below. Let me get the exact range of fireball, so though I'm pretty sure it should be with 50 feet in the
On a
air.
50 feet, 20-foot sphere.
Oh yeah, they're good. If they're 50 feet up, you're fine.
As you're doing this, just for the sake of transparency, because the rules have been changing, you got the resistances and vulnerabilities, but not immunities.
Oh, So my guess is the white one's probably going to be immune to fire, huh? That's a good
It's
point.
such a
I
weird.
would expect it to be immune to cold, actually.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, okay, I get that mixed up.
Yeah, it's ice type. It has so many weaknesses.
Okay, let me make sure that they're both in range, even though I imagine only one is going to be affected, but still worth. God, it's hard to get it at exactly 20 feet. Well, this is close enough.
Yeah.
So yeah, they should both easily be within, that. Okay, and I imagine no one below, since they're 50 feet in the air, will get hit by this, so I don't have to protect anybody. So, yeah, please have them make dexterity saves.
Okay. And I don't think you would have done this, but I forgot to say, during this combat, if anyone wants to use a bonus action to perform in any way they feel appropriate, that may affect the audience perception of what's happening here.
Yeah, I don't have the ability to do that,
okay.
so because I already used my bonus action.
Don't worry, guys, I got this covered.
Ooh, that's a pretty good roll.
Fire damage dex save for half, right?
Yes. Let me remind myself of what my DC is. Save DC is 15 currently.
White 122, brass 19.
Okay. Hopefully the brass one's not immune. I don't think it is though.
The brass one is immune. The
Oh,
fire
shit.
washes over it.
Oh, that's right. It's
Even
brass, not
rolls.
bronze.
Okay.
White one takes 11.
Okay. Turner will just kind of is there anywhere that he can like grab onto, like any sort of ledge at all, or no?
If you want to go to the grid 70 feet up, you could be anywhere landed up there, sure.
Okay. So I'll just kind of put him right here, 70 feet up.
Okay.
So he's in the grid. It just looks weird when I have him way over there.
Yeah.
Pass turn.
Okay. Tal, can I get a more another explanation of what the catwalk is looking like here? Because if Cashmere runs to the stairs here where Alex is, and he goes up, how far away is he from the nearest dragon, and what does that look like up there, pretty much?
Sure. And the audience goes, ah, woo, as the fire blows up and incinerates some of the fog, and then it's replaced. So, I mean, if I were to draw it out, it'd look something like... there's a helter-skelter pathway where Alex is that slowly ascends, and then is parallel, and then ascends, and then it's 70 feet high, and then you have this network over the whole stage 70 feet up.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a crazy complex map.
Right.
Any other specific questions I can help with?
Yeah, I mean...
I don't ask Tal, what part of the play is happening right now?
Close to the end.
The gauntlet in Karifi with everyone fighting in the blizzard.
So it's honestly the perfect time for this to happen, because there are all sorts of other fights going on.
I mainly just want to know if I can reach... Okay, I plan on jumping off onto the dragon, as Cashmere does. Can he reach that? It's hypothetically 60 feet just to get to the ladder.
Yeah, and it's 50 feet altitude, and you have to climb, which is difficult terrain-ish, so...
Oh, okay.
Ah.
Okay.
Unless you have a climb speed.
I probably don't. I'm just gonna say I don't right now. But, wait, the ladder is 30 feet, is it?
No, that's just how far along Alex had gotten.
Okay.
The whole height is about 70 feet, I believe.
Yeah.
70 feet, okay. 30
30 seconds.
I'm gonna have... Oh wait, I can do this now, actually. Okay, wait. If he uses Step of the Wind, that doubles his jump distance. If he gets 30 feet up, because 60 just to get there, 30 feet to climb up, 40 feet... We say it's 30 more movement, 40 jump feet. Can he jump the rest of the way?
Sure, it's pretty loosey-goosey once you hit this point. Things spread out, so yeah, I think you could.
Okay. So,
God.
in that case, Cashmere would run to the ladder, run up to next to Alex, then jump off his shoulders up onto the catwalk.
Is anybody here feeling nostalgic? This is...
Alright, you are trying to land on the dragon. Okay.
Well, not yet. He's just getting to the top of the catwalk. I think that's all
okay.
I have the movement for.
Do you have like any actions left or no?
One action was to dash. A bonus action was to
Step of the Wind?
Step of the Wind.
Okay,
yeah.
so no.
I'm just gonna say that's his turn. Yeah, I'll leave it there.
Okay, you're in position.
And yeah, okay. Elevation 70. All right, end turn.
Cream.
So the grid is where is the grid again? It's like generally
You're
along
close
the
to
catwalk,
Turner.
right?
You're pretty
Yeah,
close
okay.
to
Yeah,
Turner.
you're close to Turner.
I'm gonna just do this now if that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, but it has gone vertical. So does that mean Crim has to watch out?
Yeah, you could choose to let go, or you're like hanging by this swaying thing vertically.
Okay. Oh man, bonus action. That's the thing I used to get big.
Well, you
For
said
now,
that
Crim is
before.
not-
You don't want to do that as your first turn. So if you have something else you want to do right now.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So he will not
what's
do
the
that his
use of-
first turn.
What's the other use of bonus action?
Getting big. Instead, my
Oh.
bonus action, Crim, realizing that he gotta prioritize making it a show, Crim will instead use his tail to hang from the rafters and go low. Because his tail has a reach of 10 feet, he can therefore hang 10 feet down, or so, from his head to his tail, at least. Because that's important, because that'll be an altitude that he can get within line distance for a stylish breath attack.
Oh, that's cool.
Do you know the stylish timing for it, though?
I'll figure it out. Let me just verify. No, that's updated now. Hang
He like
on.
closes his mouth at the end and winks.
Yeah, so since I've leveled up, this is now a 45-foot line, so I can get both of them. That's a bit of deja vu for some reason. I swear I said it like 3 times in the past. So, they will both need to make saves.
Unnatural
If it's
20 and 7.
The 7 yeah, I don't even have to check what type of fail that is. Okay. And the actual damage dealt at this level,
A lot.
4d8. Let's see. And it's radiant damage for what it's worth.
Okay.
Oh, these are high rolls. What's 13 plus 8? 21. That's really high. 26 radiant damage.
Or half.
Or half on a success. Are any of them immune to radiant damage?
No, it cinches them.
Neat. Alright, and it's a performance roll for being stylish about that, right?
Yeah.
Let's see how bad I am at this, because let me tell you, 12.
That's not a terrible
Okay.
roll.
Yeah, I rolled a 13.
You don't flub it, but you also don't make it look like a spectacular light show. And then the audience again is like, oh.
Yeah, just
Ooh,
part of the rabble. Let's see, that's my bonus action, that's my action. Yeah, Crim's kind of just hanging out right now. With the remainder of his movement, he will... I guess he's technically kind of like half prone right now, so he uses the remainder of his movement to not do that.
Okay.
I
Curl
don't
like
fucking know how hanging upside down by your tail counts in terms of positioning, but I'm just going to use the rest of my movement to resituate him and just call that a wash past turn.
You know the thing at parties where you blow it and it uncurls and then it curls back in? I think that's
Yeah,
what
kind of
Crim
like
is.
that. He's a party whistle.
My turn.
Let me see, how many times can I do that? I can do that.
I hope
One more
Simon
time.
Boys is high HP.
Turner and Crim, you guys are close enough to the middle of the stage to hear some of the actors being like, "This is the worst opening show ever!" A little panicked at what's happening, like huddling together in the middle, legitimately in danger instead of acting like they're in danger.
Well, that wasn't the audience. The audience is fine. The actors are the ones freaking out. Understood.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't matter. Actors don't matter.
That's true. They don't give approval ratings for the show. Right, sorry. Let's check how this works. How do dragons work? I don't know. I've never DM'd D&D before. Yeah, I'm gonna say that Turner and Crim are within a cone radius.
That's fair.
How they work is they fire breath weapons and then they fly up 200 feet, and then they fly down and fire a breath weapon and fly 200 feet up.
Yeah. Constitution
Thankfully,
save,
we're in a
please.
building.
As Turner and Crim. Oh, it's getting really cold from that guy's mouth.
At least I'm good at those ones. My con save is +5, I think.
19.
16.
Okay. It's DC 15, so you both
Ooh,
succeed. It's
perfect.
going to be half of this. I'm just curious, Turner. How much HP do you have?
Counting temp HP, 46.
Okay, that's pretty good. Wow, I rolled 3 1s. That's really awesome.
Yay!
It actually really is for me.
Okay, and then some compensating really good ones. 19, 23, 31, 39, 46 cold damage or half on a success.
What are you doing? Why are you doing these things that can one-shot us again?
Okay,
20...
how much was it total? Sorry?
46.
So half of that.
Huh.
Roll for recharge. Okay.
Pay for high recharge.
And with his remaining movement, he glides down to the bottom of the stage, away from you two.
You better.
Turner is not bloodied, but yeah, that was exactly his full HP with the with that.
Okay, that's his turn. Alex.
Gosh, dang it, his movement kind of screwed up my plans.
Oh.
Okay. So I can no longer hit both of them like I had intended to. So I am going to cast Conjure Animals again.
Okay.
And this time we've got spirits that look like Arctic foxes, snowy owls, polar bears, those kinds of things. And I am going to... Well, there's only one single creature. It's large size.
Blah blah blah.
It's not technically a creature, I guess.
That's the
Okay.
mushroom sound effect.
It's a swarm.
Let's see. Want to make sure it is not within 10 feet of this guy. I think we're good. And can I, like, kind of loosen my grip and sort of slide down the ladder?
I'll say based on a dexterity athletics check, you could accelerate your movement, otherwise it'd be normal movement.
Okay.
Roll for hand burn.
You make it like a...
Yeah.
I'm extra slick. Does that make a difference?
Ooh, actually, does it? Do you have a feature?
Yes, I have. Mechanically, it provides advantage on saving throws against being grappled or restrained.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'll say you have advantage on
He's
this.
grappling.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's grappling the ladder.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, so it helps that clip on from like Dark Souls where like he has the hat and just like tunk 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 tunk
I
tunk.
was thinking it.
Okay. That's a 19.
Okay, yeah, double speed.
Okay, so I will get down to ground level. I will adjust the altitude reading next, or later. As part of that movement, I'm going to move this swarm of animals and basically move it within range of this guy right here. I need him to make a dexterity saving. There's nothing in the spell description that says that they are affected by gravity in any way, and they're not actual creatures. They're just spirits that look like creatures.
Oh, if they're spirits, that makes sense.
I just take a peek. That's
And it is like
interesting, 'cause
it is Fey nonsense, so I mean it works out.
I mean, you would just assume that it's implicit that they act like creatures affected by gravity, right? Large spectral intangible. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know. I agree. Okay, I make a strength save.
Dex save.
The one you're bad
Okay. Good job.
Oh boy.
Oh, I just got a natural 20.
at. Stop doing that.
Alright. Well, unfortunately, this is an all or nothing spell, so it takes no damage. Man, these guys are doing really good at dex saves.
That's like your second or third nat 20 already from a save.
They are proficient in them, even though... no, I didn't get it. It was an
Proficiency.
unnatural 20, the other one, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, I'm going to move this one, and again, I'll handle the distances later. I'm going to move it closer to the ground. And I will move myself
I imagine.
I guess I moved 30 feet down, so that was my movement.
I
Past
imagine
turn.
it's like targeted who they're attacking. They don't just hurt anyone within range, or is it targeted?
I specifically have
Okay.
to divate the damage.
And it's.
Alright.
I think it would only cost you 15 feet to go down to ground level.
Okay.
That's pretty
Cool.
cool.
Mhm.
God,
Alright,
if it was Pathfinder,
my
you have
turn.
to pass a check to get like an extra 5 feet of movement, or
True.
you just completely fall off and fall prone and lose your fucking turn.
You can walk 5 feet in 10 minutes.
That's Pathfinder.
Anyway,
Alright.
there are
What
generally
I'm
good
about to
things
do,
about it.
it's probably not going to be useful combat-wise, but it should be funny and also still useful for the stage. Question, Tao. Well, actually, I need to ask you a little favor.
Favor.
Can Nikki,
Oh no.
can Nikki not be on stage right now?
Nikki.
The actor Nikki.
Yes.
I mean,
Oh no.
why wouldn't she be?
Maybe because she's 120. She vortex walked 120 feet away and is shooting people. Please tell. Come on.
Roll a press. Okay,
That's
fine.
what my last character would do.
She's saying, "We'll come back on if you deal with these show ruiners, please." Calls out to you guys and runs off stage.
All right. Wade goes over here, opens the curtain, and then. All right. You still have the token, Tal?
No.
Well, either way, Wade casts Major Image. You see appearing next to him. Oh, curses! Outclassed summons as a certain familiar fox appears next to Wade.
Hey.
Oh no.
What are you doing?
Yeah. Yeah. The fox appears, and the fox appears next to Wade and looks at him. Soldier, we need your help to deal with these. But I'm just a simple soldier. Anyone can be a Song of Bows. We need everyone on this.
Fuck
This
it,
is the
take my
most-
resolve.
This is the most fucking indulgent thing ever.
Take my
It's like-
begrudging resolve.
All right, we need to fight that. Here, use this. As Nikki breaks, tosses away magic stones as a bonus action.
Roll for performance, I'm guessing.
Well, is the magic? Oh no, that's an item interaction. Yeah, you could roll bonus action performance if you wanted to.
All right.
Wanted to. After that, I think he has to.
20 plus 9. Aha! Oh wait, shit. All right, come on. I know it's indulgent, but hey. Not bad.
You devote some extra attention to make this illusion perform theatrically for the audience's benefit through the snowstorm, and yeah, you can tell in the area that's not snowily affected, so people are whispering like, "Oh, that was really cool."
All right, that was my entire goddamn turn, guys. But I hope it comes there. I want them like back to back, like shooting at the thing with their own
might
like
pay
separate
off.
pistols.
Okay, cool. It looks really cool.
All right, fucking pass turn.
Incredible.
Hey, Tal, do you
Oh,
want to have
right,
both
I'm-
of the dragons focus on this new threat on the battlefield?
I'm checking the rules for major
I'm
image
just
right now.
I'm just kidding.
Actually, no, it might be relevant to what major image is.
Okay, physical interaction reveals to be an illusion. But they can spend an action to seek to roll against the DC, right?
Yes.
I believe so,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm not gonna do that. He doesn't care that much, but it is. Okay. This one does a strafing breath attack against Wade, and illusory Nikki breaks.
Oh god. I drew aggro, guys.
Make a Constitution
survive.
saving throw.
All right, Jesus Christ. I just fucked myself. All right.
Oh, you have resolve if you need it.
Yeah, but I
Although
need that
now
for
you
the
have to
con
make 2
save.
saves. You have to make 2
Yeah, I need that for the con-
Constitution saves.
All right, come on. My luck's been high so far. Fuck yeah!
That'll
All
do
right,
it.
you're off to a good
That's
start.
20.
The room sways. You feel soporific effect and throw it away.
Yeah.
Oh,
soldier,
shit,
watch
that
out!
was the sneaky one.
Watch out, soldier! As the fox pushes him away.
Okay. Partner's turn.
Get him!
Hey, Tal, can I
Go on, sorry.
make like an intelligence-based performance check to try to turn what kind of say to I think to where he's far enough away from the audience where they wouldn't be able to hear him correct way, like no her injury was on the other side. Basically just trying to correct whatever he might get wrong about Nikki's appearance or just something like that. Maybe just give some little corrections no, she'd be doing it this way.
Yeah, historical accuracy. That's definitely part of her performance.
So, could that be an intelligence-based performance check?
Sure.
Okay, cool.
That's the first time I've seen a valid intelligence-based performance. Bravo on that.
Okay, so that'll be a +7 then.
No, the wing boots didn't have wings; they were jet boots.
19.
Oh.
Okay. That is a success.
I want to quickly double-check something. There are no more layer actions. That opener was just the only thing relevant at the top of the round.
I also did mean to ask on that subject. Would the performers down here do anything as well, or are they just kind of huddled, trying not to actually die?
Yeah, good question. Thank you. No, there's no other special things at the top, but the actors are still being defensive and still have a lot of the audience's attention.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm not going to do anything offensive this round because, I don't want to die. I'm going to use my second level spell to cast mirror
image.
Wait, no, I don't have that one prepared. Sorry.
You're bringing Glenn.
Sorry, no, I don't have that one. I don't have that one prepared. Yeah, I guess I will just have to maybe go a bit more offensive here. So
That's
there's
defense is offense.
Yeah, unfortunately, this one's really good at dexterity saves, or is immune to fire, and that's my current only dexterity save ability right now. I guess has he taken any damage yet?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we'll just go with a cantrip right now. Because it's got to work at some point, right? Please make a wisdom save. We're gonna cast Toll the Dead.
What a wise this dragon.
Ooh, that got a recent upgrade too, didn't it?
Or a fake dragon.
No, it works the same.
No, because he got to a new cantrip threshold.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's what you mean. Yes.
Yeah, it'll be 2d12 if it hits.
A natural 20.
God damn it.
Holy crap!
Okay.
Jesus.
He's
Switching
just.
dice.
That's not gonna make a difference. But anyway, Turner's just going to fly away and get a little bit of distance. Pass turn.
Okay.
God,
So,
eventually that spell fucking hit.
I stopped using it with Nate.
First things first, let me make sure, Tal, can Cashmere from top of the catwalk reach the dragon right here? Is that fine? He'll be able to make it to them? Not walk to them, but it's in his viable distance. He can make it there.
What's your move speed?
45, but with a dash is 90.
I think with 45, horizontally you're in that, so if you jump that horizontally and descend it, yeah.
Okay, so I don't even need a dash.
Yeah.
That means you're just gonna pummel the fuck out of this guy.
So, Cashmere knows next to nothing about the Song of Bows, but he does know one thing. And
Mention helps.
he recalls a certain event in which the party monk jumped from up above and stunned a crow out of the air. Thank you, Will, for this idea.
Hey, I was gonna let you have it.
So, Cashmere is going to run across the catwalk. He's going to jump off in the dragon's direction. Do a flip, of course. And as he's doing the flip, he's also going to point at his mother in the crowd. And with an elbow angled downward, will go for a stunning strike right for the dragon's neck.
That's so cool. Resolve.
Well, let's see if I need it.
Sadly, Glenn's mom wasn't watching the fight.
Oh, and well, that's a nat 20, but I ignored the 1d4. I forgot to
We're
remove
all
that.
rolling high today. Jesus Christ.
Thank you.
I'm sorry I didn't bless you. I know you used.
No, it's okay. I got a
Did
nat
you
20
sneeze?
anyway, so that is a crit. Stunning strike, so they have to make Constitution saving throw.
16.
Damn.
That succeeds. Oh well.
Ah. Sadly, we won't get a repeat this turn.
But he still gets the crit damage. And I believe that also cuts their movement in half. And I'm assuming he stays on top of the dragon after that. So let's do the damage.
I'll say at least until its turn. We'll see.
That's crit damage.
Okay.
Yeah, don't
okay.
forget the crit is just adding the max die.
Yeah, I did that.
He did it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. As he's on top of the dragon, let's do it. You know what? Let's do a performance roll to go along with, he pointed at his mother, and also he's riding a dragon. So I'm gonna actually make that my second. Well, yeah. I'll just roll performance. Okay.
It's slightly obscured. Your identity or point gesture be a little difficult to see.
It is worth noting that at some point we might want to not do too many performances while we realize that these things have crazy fucking breath weapons.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay. Well, either way, Cashmere will still go for more punches while he's on top of the dragon. Actually, he should grapple. If he can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'll go with an attack roll. I'll use the resolve.
Actually, I believe you have advantage
Do I?
from Stunning Strike.
Oh! Let's do it again then.
Here's
Better.
the rules, by the way, for staying mounted on an independent mount. Or doctored. 20 hits, of course.
Or strength athletics to check.
What do you mean, of course? You never know. Crazy things.
Would a grapple be able to do the same thing?
That's a good question. I guess for now, let's say if you successfully grapple it here, you'll have advantage if it tries to throw you off.
Okay, I'm good with that. So 20.
How much damages?
How much damage?
Ow.
Max damage? And I think that's all he can do. He did the performance, he did the jump, he did 2 attacks. Can he do another attack?
I don't think so.
Yeah, whatever. I'll leave it there.
Nice. Crime.
Okay. Catwalk. I need info on the catwalk again. When you said it went down vertically, how far down does it go? And, from what angle?
The lowest point is 70 feet, and for simplicity's sake, that spans the entire area above the stage. It might go up to 80 feet.
Okay. Seeing the current situation, Crim will... Who is this? Who is this person right
illusory
here?
Nikki.
Oh, they're on the ground. Okay.
That's a wizard Nikki breaks.
Does this hit? What I'm measuring out, would this hit it? No, I don't.
No.
No, it takes up those angles. Damn. Just barely out of... Wait. I'm trying to get the line to cooperate with me, but it won't. How dare you?
I don't know what you're trying to do, otherwise I'd try to help.
I'm trying to see if there's a line I can get, but for some reason it doesn't occupy the... I mean, I guess that would... If I went down that way, it would work. Yeah, that would do it. Okay. Crim will fly here. Nope. Wrong tool. We'll fly here. Because he can do that still. He'll get at an angle, looking down, and he'll do his second breath attack.
Is the range of the line 45 feet?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you're 70 feet up, right?
Oh, he's gonna... Should he go prone again?
Oh yeah, because this guy's on the ground, so if
Oh,
you're
he's
trying
on the ground!
Yeah,
yeah, if
yeah,
you're
he's
trying
got
to hit them
altitude
both,
zero.
that's not going to work.
Where's the altitude? Oh, there
It's
it is.
not
Zero.
there.
Or that the fact that it doesn't have an altitude.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's generally bad form to be not focusing down someone as the party. So if that's the case, Crim will just focus on this guy. Instead of flying that way, he will fly, and this dragon's getting grappled by two people now, I guess.
Hell yeah.
As Crim flies over and attacks from above.
Okay.
I am no longer able to click on Crim.
Just like click and drag over the cursor, that should do it. And then you can use the arrow
This is
to move.
now,
No, I think it's because he's beneath the metallic dragon's tile now.
But you should still be able to click and drag, I think.
Now I can. Okay. Also, bonus action enlarge.
You're gonna bring this guy down with that.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's foggy. It's fine. We have like 48 seconds left of fog. As he opens with a bite. Oh, and it's +1 now. That's very nice. Which means, does a 17 hit?
yeah.
Nice. Can someone remind me? I just got it. Can someone remind me what the weapon, the rule is for that thirsty axe?
It only applies if you're bloodied.
Understood. For the
Alright.
others, for the healing part, right?
But those breath weapons,
Yeah.
I mean.
Well, no, I'm not bloodied yet. Somehow. Okay, the bite damage will deal 16 piercing damage.
He's bloodied.
And then he goes for... Oh, sweet. Well, Crim has to be the bloodied one. And then he goes for a second bite attack. Just like trying to go for a double crunch. A higher number on the to hit.
crunch time. I need some water if you're back.
Ooh, 17 piercing damage.
Dang, yo.
Damn.
Well, as a reminder, Crim has that empowered strikes now, so he has a high bonus, and since he's large, he also has the D4 on top of that. So it adds up. Also, it's a D12, and I rolled decently on each. Alright, that's my action, my bonus action. With his behemoth feature, he will try to grapple. I need a strength save.
Strength save?
For behemoth specifically, it is a strength save.
Okay.
He's probably good at those.
18.
Alright, that succeeds. So Crim is not grappling him. Instead, he's hanging on for dear life.
Wait, do you roll, Crim?
No, for the behemoth feature, yes. He just clarified.
Yeah, there are two types of grapples as far as I'm concerned. One is the traditional grapple action, and one is the behemoth action. The behemoth action is free, but the opponent does a saving throw against my behemoth DC.
Oh, yeah.
Got it,
I
got it.
can't inspiration. Damn it.
No, unfortunately. All right, Tal, is Crim able to hang on?
Automatically, yes, but on its turn, maybe not.
Understood. Don't worry, I have an answer for both situations. Pass turn.
Well, keep in mind it's grappled, so it'll have to at least make an action to try to break free. Or just fall.
Yeah, it is still grappled by Cash.
Yes.
White Draconid has a fly speed of 80 feet, which I think is
These
enough
things
to
are just
just
better
get
than
you.
Crim in every way. What the fuck?
Does that
it's-
involve it passing through the conjure animals?
Yeah, it would go directly through, actually.
We'll need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Can it make a
I
performance
never
check while
get a
it
flying
does
speed
it?
of 80.
8.
That is
Oh,
a
no.
failure.
Now you do better
Oh.
deck saves.
Ooh.
Pain time, maybe.
Pain.
It takes 12 points of slashing damage.
Ah!
Wait,
Even
slashing damage from a fox? Interesting.
Owls? I don't know. Even so, it looks exhilarated. Cashmere and Crim, you can see its expression a lot more expressive than... expressions are expressive. A lot more expressive than normal feral dragons in Bose would be. There's this intelligence that's glimmering in its modified eyes as it says, "This stuff is awesome!" Even it's like leaving blood trailing from the scratch marks. And it goes underneath the bronze-colored one. But I'm going to put its token there. But you guys are all basically in melee. It's a crazy dogfight grapple situation. And it will be a flurry of bites and claws as it just unartistically tries to savage you guys. I'll say the bite on Crim and the 2 slashes on Cashmere.
Yeah, we'll try.
I will try. 12 to hit Crim.
Nope.
Nat 1 on Cashmere and 21 on Cashmere.
21 hits, definitely.
Cashmere, dodge, right side. I'll try and add a...
He has
Yes.
deflect attacks, it's okay.
Alright, alright, then go. Alright.
Just kidding, you're good. 11 slashing.
Oh, wow. That's a whole lot of damage. Too bad. Oops. Punch it away. No damage.
You
Deflect
shit.
the wrist.
Because, yeah, the minimum you can deflect is 11, so that just works out.
Pass Alex.
Okay. Alex is actually going to take the dodge action.
Dodge.
However, he is then going to move over to... Let's see, so, yeah. I kind of want to get a little bit behind cover. And in so doing, we're going to move the aminals. Move them up maybe 10 feet or so. And we're going to go 5, 10, and I need both the dragons to make dexterity saving throws.
Yes.
Okay.
Both of them. Pretty good.
Wow.
White Dragon nat 20, Bronze Dragon 11.
Okay, there
Well,
we
that
go.
is-
At least the one
that
we're
is-
focusing on gets hurt.
One failure at least. Need the space. Okay, I'm not rolling very well with this. 12 slashing damage.
Oh.
And I'm gonna move these guys, if it'll let me, a little bit to kind of intersperse themselves between the dragons and the actors.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go in my hidey hole and dodge, and I will pass turn.
Good shit. My
Man.
turn.
That's the first time I saw a really active dodge action turn. Not a
Well,
first this time around.
Nemo, then you've never seen a cleric. I mean, I think Varric did a lot of dodging with Spirit Guardians.
No.
Yeah, we're doing cleric tactics.
Yeah.
They're on Baldur's Gate. All right, but anyway, my turn. You see the fox reach into like 2 shoulder holsters on the side. All right, soldier, take these. You'll need them. And she does like the revolver ocelot, like spin on like the 2 pistols. Take them, and she tosses both of them to Wade. He catches them. You know, even the bard needs to take some shots sometimes. What, you think you're a simple bard? Roll for Marvel banter. Pew 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 pew. And then,
Oh my god.
in actuality, he's going to attack twice with the magic stone, but with the illusion, it looks super cool.
Can I steal Wade's resolve?
Oh, I know. All right. Let's do first attempt to hit. I doubt that hits. All right. Well, thankfully, I multi-attack as a bard at this level. Fuck yeah! Oh, Jesus Christ!
20. Okay.
All 20s come around this session. All right. So for 20 on a damage dice, it's just one. It's a D8, so 1d8 plus 8 for max damage, right?
Yeah.
Wait, is that a spell?
It's a physical attack that is kind of made through a spell, so
Understood.
it's weapon damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
So thanks for the advice, Miss Breaks. It's 14 force damage.
To which one?
To bronze.
And this is a magic stone, but looks like a blaster shot.
Yes.
This magic stone. Oh yeah.
Well, it's an illusion of a pistol that's shooting a magic stone.
Whatever helps you sleep at night. This attack pierces the wing of the Draconid, and it hits the ground unconscious.
All right.
Sorry, one more. As this happens, its wings retract, its scaly skin kind of fluffs out into fur, and it is a draft rabbit again. And you would notice, with its like black-clad clothes falling back, it's loaded with more potion bottles and like a wand bandolier with 3 wand handles poking out. That's all.
Is he back at full HP? Oh no.
Actually, if that's the case, I'll do one more small thing.
Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt again, but I think this is the creature that Cashmere and Crim were just mounting on.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't worry. I got you guys. Wade would cast Featherfall on all of them.
Do they have the ability to like sustain themselves? Just out of curiosity, because like one of them is a monk with slow fall, and the other has wings.
Yeah, I think they're fine.
Well, important thing there. I believe Cashmere already uses reaction.
Oh, that is
Is it
true.
good?
Yeah.
Is it a reaction though?
That is true. Is it a reaction? I don't remember.
Is it a reaction?
No, slow fall is not a reaction.
It's just a thing that he has.
Oh.
You can save your
And it's
feather
kind
fall
of-
then.
It's kind of funny. It was exactly for situations like this, where you deflect an attack and suddenly, oh no, I guess now you fell. But no, it was actually more for situations like you're running across buildings and like jumping down, and I guess you can only run down one building a turn.
Yeah. You would know that Crim and Cash are both good here.
All right.
Yeah.
Should I still try and save the falling guy? You think, or no?
No. Let him
Alright,
take
fair.
damage. He's gonna keep attacking.
Do you want to use a reaction to help? Oh, God.
We still have to resolve the movement of Crim and Cashmere. If you wish to spend a reaction to grab a ledge, aka the white dragon beneath it, you may. Otherwise, you will fall. Now, I think.
Cashmere can only fall again. He doesn't have a reaction.
Yeah. So, Crim is going to fall, and with his reaction, this is rules as written. He breaks his fall and takes no falling damage.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm not risking shit with taking a reaction to hold a ledge, and then whoops, I fall on my back and I'm fucked. So yeah, I'm gonna
That'd be
take
46.
the
So
fall
yeah.
with 0 damage. We're all
Respectable.
obscured. It's fine.
All right, Intel. I might put this up, but can I roll for Marvel Banter? I'm like a really cool shot with them like posing as like the dragon falls.
If you still have your bonus action, sure.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna use resolve on this if I have to. Jesus Christ.
Bonus action to pose.
What
Yeah,
is
not bad.
happening?
It's not the best writers in the business who are giving you your lines, but it's pretty good.
Hey,
It's like
I
B
resent
movie
that.
level.
No, it's late Marvel.
Late.
Yeah, this is like Miss Marvel or Invade Secret War or whatever.
Miss Marvel.
Oh no.
All right, pass turn.
That was probably insulting to someone somewhere. I'm sorry.
I just saw what Nemo posted in memes. I love that one. It's like the edit of Obama giving Obama a medal. I love that one so much. Turner's turn. Oh damn! I didn't think we'd get this far. Okay.
Oh, actually, yeah. Is the bronze or brass dragon that's downed?
Well, he's a rabbit
Does the
now.
Draft Bunny do anything, or?
I think he's
He's
just
unconscious.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. Oh, so it's not Druid rules. Okay, never mind.
Possibly dead.
Yeah.
You know how it goes.
Mm.
Well, I think Druid rules kind of I don't remember, but anyway, not important right now. So yeah, I guess seeing that there's only one foe on the battlefield right now, I'll go ahead and save my spells for now in case there's something else that happens. Please try a intelligence save. Let's see if this one does any better.
Okay. And you know, it's unclear if how much their psyche has been altered by this transformation. I mean, they seem to be taking to this dragon form fairly naturally. They've done it before.
Yeah.
14.
Thank God. Okay, you're gonna it's a mind sliver, so you're going to take 2d6 psychic damage, and you'll have a d4 penalty against your next save. You'll take 5 psychic. A shame that this one is not within stunning strike range, unfortunately. But hey, what can you do? And I will go ahead and quicken spell a sorcerer's burst, but a chaos bolt.
Nice.
Cause that's a fun one.
Nice.
Shit, it's breath. We're all fucked. We're going to sleep.
What? Oh. I'm gonna re-roll that too, and get an 18 on the die. So I'm pretty sure it's going to hit.
Yeah.
God, I've been rolling like shit for damage lately. Okay, 1, 4, and 3. Let's just make sure that one of those is not going to be fire, which I'm pretty sure. That is acid, fire, and force. We'll go with force because that's reliable. 8 force damage.
Got it.
It is immune to force.
Well, no, I just hit it with force.
Oh,
Kind of.
okay.
Okay.
No, I hit the other guy.
Pass turn.
Okay. I don't think Cashmere can jump that high.
Cashmere can't jump 45 feet.
Not vertically.
Oh,
Vertically, he can jump 20. If he uses Step of the Wind, he can jump 40.
oh shit! Yeah, that's just barely out of range.
If he theoretically pulls out his spear and does that, he can possibly poke it in the belly.
Only if you're. Well, if you get 40 feet, then I think it's within range, because your reach is 5 feet.
Theoretically, yeah. But I think instead, what Cashmere is going to do is he's going to run over to the rabbit, and he's going to start pulling it behind stage.
Okay.
Can I move him? Yeah. So, how far is that? Wait. Yeah, that works. Okay. I'll put him right here, and then...
Sorry, put him there. Okay.
Yeah. Out of sight, basically. So, probably, more, back here, actually. That should be enough.
How far can you drag him, though?
That is a good question, actually.
I would
5 feet
assume grapple
10
rules makes sense.
So, wait, let me see how far he went here.
Yeah, you grab your drag or carry every foot of movement. Yeah, so it's difficult terrain while you're dragging it. Okay.
Okay. So, I'd have to use a dash there, I think. Oh, whatever. Would that work?
I mean, this is a line of curtains as well.
Right. Okay, so we can probably just do that then. Yeah. We'll move it here. My bad.
Okay.
Okay.
Cash, should I heal him?
Not yet. Focus on the other dragon first.
We
And
might not get another chance. His Wade seems to shiver at that.
he just shakes his head and looks at the bottles they have, or the vials they have on them. Is it the same as you saw earlier?
Well, I don't think you saw him drink whatever he drank up there, but you would tell, yeah, there's 2 that are red and some that's some other hue.
Would he recognize any of them?
I guess it's safe to say the 2 red ones are common magic items, potions of healing of some kind. The third one, you would have to spend some action economy to try and identify it.
Okay. He's alive still, right?
I'll say yes, because he hit the ground when he was transformed.
Okay. Cashmere will set him down gently and give Wade a thumbs up. And I think I'll end my turn there.
Technically speaking, he took damage from the ground, which was in melee distance from
Rather than I speak to his ghost.
Yeah, my turn.
Yeah, okay. Crim is genuinely startled that the draft transformed back, because he knows for sure that's not something that happens with him, so he's like, wait a minute. So then, with that in mind, bonus action study on the other one. His specific focus is... Sorry, what? How are these different from me? Because they seem very similar, but now he wants to study action. How are they different?
Okay, I'm sorry, Murdoch just threw up all over the floor.
Oh no! Poor boy!
Can we do an early
Early
break
break time?
mid-combat?
Early break time.
Early break sounds
Sorry,
fine to
Nomo.
me.
Feels like I
okay.
can just clean it up really fast. While you resolve this.
It's
No, you can
pretty
check
big.
on Murdoch too, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Okay.
let's-
Okay.
Sorry, team.
Sorry for the
Short break.
Sorry for the abrupt break. We'll be back at you guys, but enjoy this new Huston break screen.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Freeze frame. Okay. There's the thumbnail for the video. Murdoch, what?
What?
Did what before the break?
Well,
He's
Okay,
okay, by the way.
Yeah, he's live. He's a little tired doggo.
It's not uncommon for that to happen with him, but he is otherwise like a very healthy pup. He got like the fetchy, he got the walk today. He's a good boy.
Yay.
Okay, where were we? Alright, Nama was doing something. What were you doing, Nama?
bonus study action, specifically with a specialty on a focus on how are these things different from him. After seeing one go from dragon to not, he's like, alright, that is a distinct difference of like everything he knew about what he thought just happened. How did they distill that into a temporary potion? He's trying to study action that, but also, you know, more info, I guess, but that is his focus.
Okay.
Also, the temperament. He noticed that the other one was kind of crazy. He's like, is that a thing? Is that a side effect of the potion? You know, stuff like that. What do I roll?
Arcana.
Hey, you're pretty good at those.
I am pretty good at those, and because this is very important to Crim, I'm going to resolve that roll I just got, which is awful.
That roll was ass. Ugh.
That's better. Okay, let me double check what my Arcana roll is. Yeah, there we go. All right. The number we have for this Arcana check is 23.
23. A lot of information to make fully sense of in this brief moment, but you can tell this demeanor they have, and it is also sort of familiar to you, like this burst of vivaciousness, the thrill of becoming this powerful semi-mythical beast. You would see it that way, semi-mythical. These aren't like normal feral dragons, as similar, more or less, as other creatures, animals of this world. They're pretty similar to you, but this transformation is not complete, solidified. It's imperfect. It's flawed. That's why they have this sort of monstrous appearance instead of being fully quadrupedal, fully formed things, even though they are pretty powerful and have good breath weapons.
Everything's got a scale. Pun not intended.
Mm-hmm.
What else would you want to know with that 23?
They're I guess this would translate to something to do with their int stat, but their temperament. They seem very different from the stealthy draft rabbits they had been just prior. How much of that is affected by the potion? Can they take advantage of that?
I think much as you guys are being free and loose with your activities in this obscured stage, so are they. Nothing different than just, oh cool, I'm a big dragon now, I can fly, this is hype.
Okay. Nothing with weakened int, which means that the Mind Sliver was a lucky shot. Unless they're just naturally dumb, in which case, bunnies. Sorry for the racism, Cash, but bunnies.
Oh.
Okay. If that's all I can quite get, I will then use my action for a breath burst attack. That is not a saving throw. That is just a single target, whatever.
Attack roll?
Yeah, it's an attack roll on my part. It's basically my cantrip. Let me just double check its range. It's been a while since I had to use this. Oh yeah, we're
It's at least 60 feet.
Yeah, I know sometimes like
No, he's on the ground.
It's on the ground now? No.
Crim is on the ground.
Crim didn't alter his altitude. I think Crim's actually up there, right?
No,
Or
Crim
did
landed. Crim landed.
No,
He was
yeah,
on the
no.
other dragon, yeah.
My fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nemo wasn't going to risk failing a dex save to try to grab it or whatever it was.
Yeah. Anyway, attack time. That's a high number. Pretty sure that hits. Yeah, 20 something.
Here, let me update the monster log. High numbers hit.
High numbers hit. All right. Let's roll 2d. This was ever since I hit level 5. I get 2d8 on this cantrip-like attack.
Yay!
Holy fuck! 15 damage.
Ow.
God, you're
Radiant.
damaging my 3rd level spells.
That was just luck. I got a 7 and an 8 on my damage.
Damn.
And then Crim will. Can he freely tell if that guy's eyeing us or the attendees? No, I'm sorry, not the attendees. The
Performers.
Actors.
yes, the actors. That will determine where he moves.
Yeah, he's definitely not eyeing the actors.
Okay, if that's the case, Crim is going to use his movement to head backstage. To where's the nearest place he can climb? That's what he's kind of going for right now.
Probably the yellow circles on either side of the stage curtains.
I thought those were lights, but okay.
Those are like access points, ropes, and ladders to get to the grid.
Shit, he can't do anything about that. Never mind. That's he remembers the layout and he's like, that's way too far. And he instead will relocate in such a way that it's hard to get everyone. Is the entire stage foggy?
Yeah.
Good. Pass turn.
I think it's safe to say right now that we're too much of a threat for them to worry about the actors.
Yeah. Pass turn.
My turn.
What you do?
What would you do?
Glides
For
on
a
fast
contact
wings, following you, Cashmere. Your attempted stun and strike, dragging the body away. What's going on there? 3 attacks on you.
Get wrecked.
He will certainly try.
Tries to breathe on you first, but nothing comes out, so you know.
Why do you keep on trying to sound like a DM?
Oh, me?
Yeah, with the you can certainly try.
All of us can certainly try.
He's taunting me.
We all try.
How do you like these numbers, eh?
Oh no.
I don't know.
We got some 14s, some 26s, and some 10s.
For hitting?
Yeah.
One of those hits, 26. Grr.
Can't I do something cooler? Well, at least you take 11 plus 4, 15 slashing.
How much damage do you
Do
have?
I? Let's see.
There goes your reaction.
You. Oh, does not.
No damage.
Awesome. I love the God. I love how much like monks are just so cool now, without needing so much homebrew. Well,
Cashmere's
however
like
much of this is homebrew.
He's like sitting by the rabbit, and then the dragon like runs in, and he does a dodge roll out of the way and doesn't take any damage.
I forgot the psychic thing that you did, Turner. How does that affect this?
Any save that he would make, he would get like a D4 lower.
Okay, is that still active?
The next saving throw, I think, before the end of Turner's turn.
That's probably gone now, huh?
Well, I haven't had my next turn.
Oh, it's
so,
still up.
Oh,
let me make sure that is the duration.
all right. Alex's turn.
Until the end of my next turn, yeah. So.
Okay. Gonna move a little bit closer. Gonna bring. Let's see. Come on. Let's get a little guy. The summon a bit closer. Gonna need to make a dex save.
He's bad
Okay.
at those. He's gonna be worse.
Minus D4.
Hee hee. So 14 at most. I think you're failed.
14.
That actually was enough to turn it into a failure.
Wow.
Amazing.
Can we get decent damage for a change,
Hey,
please?
that's pretty good.
14 points of slashing damage.
Bloodied.
Yeah, we're gonna make sure this thing tries to hang out. Like, if I can position it where I want to, it is not letting me hold shift.
Yeah. And then you drag to some point.
Is it
There we go. Gonna try to make it hang out a little bit close there. I will dodge again because my only cantrip right now is Ray of Frost. And we are going to. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Just
Fast
wondering.
turn.
Does like if it's immune to cold damage, is it also immune to the slow effect?
No.
That is a thing to consider if you want to, but yeah, I get it.
It's got like 80 fly speed. That's not
That's
helping
true.
anyone.
That's true.
Mhm.
Wade.
My turn. Alright, Miss Briggs, I'm running low on ammo. And Wade mocks being hit as he just stumbles behind stage. I'm hit.
Reaction, I fireball.
That's how it allows it. No take back keys.
The moment that he's at, like, the current actually like shrouds over him, like it's like a switch being turned off. Like his face just kind of sinks, and he just like looks to the rabbit over here. I shall not let your spirit be an audience to this play. So he breaks off into a mad dash. He goes here. I'm going to use a bonus action to heal him, or to heal this guy.
Healing word, okay.
And then I'm going to draw my rapier and knock him out with multi-attack. While he's gone.
Brutal.
Can't you just like stabilize him?
That's less guaranteed, isn't it? I mean, that's a medicine check.
stabilize his, ruptured spleen and then concuss him.
That's so absurd. It's great.
I mean, it makes some sense. You heal what could have been severe damage to do guaranteed minor damage. So, in a magical sense, it makes sense. But
I get it.
Wow.
It's so absurd.
We're beating people up backstage.
Pass turn and
Giving
Nikki
someone-
keeps looking cool.
It's like giving someone malaria to cure their measles, which is actually a thing, I think.
Oh my
At the
god.
top of initiative, the actors are pretty much decided to leave the stage at this point, seeing in full understanding that there's some interference happening that they know shouldn't be happening. The orchestra is playing like tremolos mimicking the wintry air, and there's sleigh bells increasing tempo as this combat is going. The audience is entranced. And there's some murmurs to you from some of the actors like, take care of this and then we'll get back on, whoever you are, thank you.
Okay.
The amateurs.
Amateurs!
I don't know if I could get away with another intelligence-based performance check, but when it's my turn, Turner's gonna just kind of just yell out to the stage, and as the enemies came in waves, the song required help, and they their trusted allies took to the battle on their stead, something along that line, which did happen.
That's not even
What
wrong.
allies?
Hey,
Get
Becky
some.
and others were coming there and helping us, so
Okay,
stop being bitter. Would you allow for would that still be would
Yeah.
that be charisma, or would you allow for intelligence? Sorry.
Hello, intelligence, yeah.
Okay, cool. I don't want
I like
to
they can
abuse
see
it.
your
19.
performance that much anyway. Okay, yep, that is, yes.
And I suppose in demonstration of that, Turner will make an attack against this guy. He would have to fly a little closer and then fly back. I won't do the movement, but he has 40 feet. He can make it.
Believe in him.
I think I might want to re-roll that. Well, not re-roll it, but cast what's that cantrip? True Strike. That is a 15 to hit. I will add a D4. True Strike is a D4, right?
Yes.
Okay. That 15 is going to become a 17. Does that hit?
That hits.
Nice.
Okay, that'll do 2d8. We'll stick with fire damage because we know it works. 8 fire damage. And Turner goes back to where he was, past turn.
Alright. Cashmere will punch this dragon in the face until it gets knocked out. All while saying, can't believe I'm defending a draft for this. Leave us alone! Punching that's a nat 1. I don't have resolve.
No!
Well, instead you have like 3 other attacks you can make.
Yeah, I know. This is my second attack. That is a 2.
Is the next one going to be a 3?
Bonus action attack. Will this be a 3? Drum roll. It's a 4.
Or,
Fuck.
What the absolute fuck?
well,
Rapier
I mean,
knuckle.
there is a pattern here.
Yeah.
Yeah, the next one will be an 8.
Eight.
Come on.
I think it has to be a
first.
7. Well, I guess no, if it's doubling.
Cashmere, they might still hear us. Put on your A game. That was Wade. It's a big inspiration of that.
Gonna add that to it?
17.
Yeah. 17 does a 17 hit?
Again, a 17 hits.
Okay. He begrudgingly, after failing twice before, decides to wind up his fist and punch him in the nose.
Right in the dragon snoot.
5 damage?
It was something all of our bad luck.
Maybe Cashmere just doesn't care anymore. Who knows?
Super pissed.
You knock a tooth out like a curved fang and it like withers away into nothing, having separated from its body.
Alright, Crim, go beat up your other dragon unless Cashmere wants to move.
No, he's not gonna move. He's just giving up at this point. He just sits down.
It's down. No, he's prone.
Well,
Right.
well, I'm not gonna do it
He sits
anymore.
down in flavor, not mechanically.
Yeah.
All right, Crim rushes over and goes for a bite attack. Oh my god, nat 20 on the bite. That's pain.
Good for you.
Last
I'm
one's
happy
all
for
about-
you.
Okay, so it's plus 12 on top of the normal roll. What do I do about the d4?
Roll 2d4.
2d4, understood. Okay. 33 piercing damage.
Fuck.
Death's Door.
Don't worry, Crim is merciful. He goes for 2 claw strikes, or possibly 1. Okay, no, I don't think that hits. No, 12 does not hit, right?
No.
Okay, second claw strike. Okay, no, yeah, 18 hits. Yeah, 18 hits. Okay, let's see if it's enough. I don't actually know. Claws are much weaker. Oh, never mind. 13. Yeah, that does it.
Yeah.
He's
I
like,
forgot that
no,
had
and
crazy
rearing back
bonus no
to
matter.
breathe a cold blast, perhaps, into 4 targets, but it's not.
Oh, that would have hurt a lot.
Imagine he just kills all of us in that one thing. He just wins the fight.
That would have been a game changer. Nice job.
It would have, but Alex is right there to finish it off, so it's fine.
Good job, Crim. You saved the play.
Cashmere
Crim?
in this moment.
Crim does not reply. In fact, he keeps his after the claw's complete. He like slams his paw on the dragon's body, not to hurt, but to pin, as he waits for the transformation to end.
Okay.
Okay.
Turner will just shout out to the actors. We'll leave the rest to the song.
Yeah, yes, of course.
And he
I'm
kind of
with
like
you.
gestures for the others to go, get back.
Back to where you're going.
The snow is thinning. Perhaps you pull the corpses a bit the forms a bit out of sight as the actors, with hurried thanks, go back out. Some of the cult monstrous members begin mock fighting with them. Some pretty cool choreography, actually. And the play continues. That scene wrapping as you have some backstage privacy.
Oh, right.
One last thing, just before getting fully out of view of the stage, Turner would maybe suggest to one of the people with either good insight and or perception to see if I forget the draft leader guy's name is but do they seem to someone with good perception and or insight,
I can do it.
probably let's say Cashmere.
Doesn't really matter which one, but 20 plus 6. Let's see. Thanks. 10.
Trying to determine if what?
Basically, how he's looking in this moment, seeing all that.
Dornall. Trying to see what Dornall thinks.
So let's jump to that part then. I'm going to give this meter alteration 3-part score alteration. 1, immersion and entertainment of the combat. 2, the state of the stage and actors and everything afterward. And 3, the bonus points for the party's performance, which I tell you to a total of 4.25 points. For the immersion and entertainment of for the immersion and entertainment of the combat, little uptick. For the state of the stage and actors and such. The stage, there's a small crater where a dragon fell. There are some curtains that maybe got singed by a fireball barely. Some other damage. The actors looking off-kilter, not exactly reassured by what just happened, but at least kind of used to it throughout the rest of the play now. 2 downticks. But the bonus points for the performance, making it really cool. A lot of extra effort spent in flashy effects, 2 upticks.
We had
Hell yeah.
we had a light show. We had they felt the heat of the fireball. Whatever, all the shit that Wade did.
Can I do one small thing, Tal?
And the feral dragons. I mean, wow, are they also about to be imported? Like, that's not what was a common species. They're hard to control. Wow.
Locally, they're not too far away. I don't think it's just like one boat trip.
That's true. Okay, Bugle.
Oh god.
All right, I'll say as Wade's about to leave, like he just feels like the fox just like tug on his arm. Oh, thank you. This fight was won together.
Damn it, Bugle.
may I ask, what ship had called you?
Okay, and what did she say?
And Wade just looks back to the group.
Bugle, you can't put us on the spot like that.
And Wade himself seems to have this realization that I didn't think this fully through.
The audience, some of them are holding their breath. This hole has been
Oh, look
dug.
at
What's
what
it being
you've
filled
done.
with?
The hole is filled with the curtains closing.
Okay.
The strong of bows.
And the curtains close. We'll maybe never get our answer. We'll see.
Well, before then, some part of the crowd can hear a distant, "That was a disaster!" before the curtains close.
Well,
Okay. Alright, so you've got two forms, a ground squirrel and a draft. Pretty loaded with gear. There's armor underneath padded clothes too. Not that they needed it for what just happened. Semi-conscious but living both. Some actors still moving, just more corpses, I guess, to the other shenanigans that have happened so far, but the show must go on. There's visible sweat on some of them, even if they biologically can't. Anyway, what do you do?
Well, I'm going to start by confiscating this stuff.
Good call.
the potions in particular. Crim would
Mine the
see
wands.
the one that... The what?
The wands.
You have 4
Oh, yeah.
potions and 3 wands in your possession now.
We'll worry about what those are exactly later.
Good point.
Turner's
Crim...
gonna kind of. Well, I'll just say that Turner's gonna kind of look around to see if there's any side of foul zone.
Make a perceptione.
Okay, someone better do that.
I can do it.
I will.
Sorry, Nemo.
I'll roll too, since I would imagine Cashmere is also looking for him.
Let Nemo do whatever he's doing next, though, because I cut him off there.
Yeah.
I thought that was important.
Please resolve on this. Oh, cool. +1 from resolve. 11.
19.
It's all the difference.
Let me check a Statblock real quick. It's not obscured anymore. Okay, actually, Cashmere, you do look around, and even in the gloom, even dressed in all black up there, you know, you hear him and then you let your eyes be guided to it, and you see him along with still a couple other similar forms, hooded, watching this.
Cashmere will squint his eyes at him. Are you gonna come down here, or am I gonna have to come up to you?
I can make the ceiling warm.
His face
God.
turns away, and so following to suit do a couple others as they retreat back into the clutter of stored objects and such up in the grid.
So that answers that question.
They're both for his sort. Yeah.
Cashmere will rush after them, but Crim can do his thing first.
Yeah, Crim... So they're, like, totally unconscious, right?
Yeah.
Damn. Alright. Crim will look at the others and say, okay, I didn't hallucinate that, right?
No, you do not hallucinate other dragons.
I don't remember it being a potion or temporary, but I need to know where they got it.
Turner will kind of look to Alex. Well, Alex might have confiscated some more of those if that's what they were. We can examine them later.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
But
I'll explain later. Do you think they're still gonna mess with the play?
Oh yeah.
well,
Oh, good.
Right now, I'm more worried about Cashmere getting himself ganged up on, so we probably shouldn't leave him alone. But he kind of looks to those
right.
two that are unconscious. Crim, could you tie them up?
Okay. I'm not that good with knots, but I'll try.
Is that an athletics check, right? Or is it sleight of hand?
I'm almost positive it's sleight of hand.
Slight.
Oh, okay. Well then, okay. Maybe Alex will be better at that then. I don't know. Probably have better dexterity.
Do the spirits fade, Alex?
They can last for up to 10 minutes.
Oh, nice.
I guess I might as well
Migrate them into the back area.
Have them be on
Guess there's
guard
not
of the
really.
two guys who are
One
unconscious.
of the lesser actors tries to pet like the Arctic fox.
Turner's
Wade
gonna-
has one set of manacles.
Okay. Turner's just gonna kind of fly to Cashmere and say, wait, do you have proficiency in sleight of hand?
He does.
Before you chase after him, would you mind taking care of the other one?
Grim's holding out the rope so Cash knows what he means.
Cash looks between the two of them, like, it's gonna get away.
He'll would Falzone have like any type of like jewelry or something on his person, like similar to Cashmere, like an earring or just something that Turner would have noticed?
I don't think so. Do you recall? Snap.
He has another earring like Cashmere.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I don't know if
Then,
that would be visible, like, here, because he's got, like, the coat on, but...
Well, I imagine at the very least, if he had one that was like, prominently displayed enough, Turner would remember it. Then
Yeah.
Turner will just kind of look to Cash and kind of like point to where his ear would be. I'll be able to find him.
You feel like if this is Falzone operating how Falzone operates, you know this is a critical moment, Cashmere. He is probably retreating. Where do you go?
Okay, feel free to do what you want. Feel free to do what you want, Snap.
Yeah. Cashmere, I can get him. As in, time up.
Oh. Yeah, you do that. Wait, I don't have time for this.
Alright, I'll go with
Come with me or
I'm
not, I'm going.
Hold on for just a second. I can make this easier for you.
Mhm.
And I'm going to upcast Longstrider to hit both of us.
Oh, damn.
Oh wow.
Okay.
And I'm going to climb up behind him, and I'm going to be bringing the conjured animals with me.
Okay.
Cashmere will give him a smile. Thanks, Alex. Let's go get him.
Okay, let's hold off on the manacles and that whole situation for now. A few things are happening as you quickly, with long strides, chasing super fast up to the rafters. It seems the intermission is about to start. The scene has wrapped up. The Song of Boasts actors are leaving, having triumphed in this battle. The curtains are actually being operated up front, closing the scene for them. The stage, or the theater audience lights are increasing, and from a little side pocket of the audience, that skunk, Lial, is reappearing like, "Oh, and now, thank you so much. Time for intermission. Let's have some music to soothe those tense muscles and lull those racing hearts. Back to the world of modern boasts." People are like stretching and talking and getting ready to stand up and filter into the lobby.
The intermission, they're at like the end of the campaign.
Always gotta make the climax last the longest. Look at DBZ.
Yeah,
5 minutes, remember?
Post intermission is us. We just see actors of ourselves going on stage.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
And
We're
so
gonna-
this part's over.
We're gonna go to like their epilogues now.
Oh god. Okay, so going up. Anyone else coming on this journey? The rest of you kind of
Yeah.
monitoring things down below?
Grim
Turner's going
looks like he wants to follow, but then he sees how fast they go, and he's like, I can't keep up with that.
So it goes.
Okay.
But he sees how Are these unconscious guys? How do they seem?
Stable.
No, I'm asking. Turner and Wade. Basically, did they have them tied up and handled?
Oh yeah. So Wade came medical 1. I actually have decent sleight of hand. I got 4 sleight of hand, so I'll show it to
Okay.
the other guy.
Yeah, Turner's not involved in this, so he's going with the other two.
Right, yeah.
So I think Wade is just kind of handling that with the manacles and then with the sleight of hand check.
Crim
So
doesn't
roll
want
for-
Wade alone, so Crim will remain if Turner goes ahead. He's
Yeah.
faster anyway, probably.
Yeah, I basically have locate object prepared, so I want to use that to track him if he gets farther away.
Okay. The party split is. Let's try to not keep that too long in case things get dangerous.
Yeah.
Crim will be with Wade, and everyone else is with Cash.
Yes.
I shall roll for the sleight.
Okay, go ahead.
The slide.
Haha. It's
Or
something.
like
Yay.
major of hand. Oh.
How are you securing them, tying them up?
Let's see. Well, is there a very convenient metal thing bracketed to the wall?
There is.
All right. Wait to like tie their hands behind their back, so like they're tied to the wall essentially. Or like one of them with the handcuffs, like tying them, the other with the rope.
Okay.
Just like how we kept POWs back in the day.
Meanwhile, up the ladders, up the ropes. You arrive quickly enough, but where are they? There's storage boxes, there's barrels, there's lights in the way, there's all this stuff, and it's dark. Although that's not an impediment to Cashmere. Could someone give me maybe an investigation check to figure out where up here they might have gone?
Want to get a better investigation?
I have at least a +4 from my intelligence. If,
Give it a go.
If Alex would like to guide me, I might be able to do better.
If I guide, I
Oh, wait,
lose
yes,
conjure
that's right.
animals.
That's right. Okay. I dropped my d20.
Oh no.
Thankfully, it did not land on a 20. Ooh, 19 total.
19. You're mentally mapping the routes. Probably in the very back, so effectively I'll ping on the map. Way down here. Like the center of... Like the end of the grid, basically, where it does stage things. Near where there's a bunch of lights that can be controlled to shine on the audience and such. Assuredly where they would be. It's going to be clunky and difficult to get there, even if you're flying. I wish I could show a photo of this. I should have prepared one. But you know that's where they'd be.
Okay, Turner kind of pointed that somewhere in that general area. I could if it comes down to it, I could blast them out of there, but let's not skip a few steps there.
And Turner, it's a little struggle perhaps for you to keep up, but you do. And thanks to your speed, you catch a person who looks like Falzone, sounds like Falzone, along with 3 other black-clad forms, looking surprised how quickly you got there. Looks like one of them is accessing something in the roof that is like a skylight or a trapdoor of some kind. It must go to the roof of the theater. Seems they were trying to leave when you caught them.
Well, that's rude.
Also, don't stop. Is Cashmere saying that to?
They all freeze. He squints at you and says nothing, as if he's trying to keep up the charade that it's not him.
You're really going.
I know it's.
You're really going to try to pull this.
I know it's you. I know how you walk. I know your movements. Give it up.
He snaps his fingers and points and makes a gesture, and one of the others jumps to his bidding. You could tell by the white fur around here that seems like a draft, and starts climbing the stairs, trying to do some latch, trying to make good their escape.
I'm gonna have the swarm of conjured animals start moving closer towards them. It's not what these things do, right?
Turner, meanwhile, is going to have the staff pointed at them. I will restrain you if I have to.
You don't want a throwdown right now. You three versus us. We'll toss you over and you'll break your bodies. Let us go.
I don't think I have
that
Without an explanation.
Is that a bet you're willing to make?
As this conversation is happening, a bunch of new folks in what looks like guard uniforms. I mean, a lot of them are drafts. That's the police force is this family is in charge of the government and stuff. At least Cashmere are coming in from all here, all paying.
It's like
And
the
those
movies where the
backstage-
cops arrive at the very end.
Yes, and those backstage, even though you're in your little world with the curtains closed and stuff, you can hear like heavy-sounding boots filtering in. Some of the audience giving sighs of relief, who are still lingering in their seats. It seems some armed investigative forces is filtering in, and some eyes are looking upwards. They probably can't see you or see what's happening, but they clearly are intending to come up.
Uh-oh. Guys, I think we should probably get going. Crim looks at the manacled one, and he's like, oh. And the manacled one, he hauls onto his back as mount, effectively, and then starts trying to follow along to where he thought he saw Turner going, and also tells Wade to come along.
Impressive. Should I get the other one?
I'm better at carrying. Let's go.
All right. Fair enough. And all right, everyone, wait will curse and real quickly. I guess you just try and just take from the unconscious guy just the what we'd identified as valuable or important to take, and then just
I
book
think
it.
Alex already did that.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, we're good on that front.
All right. Fair enough.
You're making your way up there. Meanwhile, Falzone says, "Is it not obvious? Dornall would do an investigation if he figured this was draft organized, if not by him, ruin the public image. But we can't allow him to have a good time." Sure, you put that together.
So your plan here was pettiness?
Are you actually trying to sabotage the very thing? What is going on here? And Alex gestures at the other apparent drafts.
Cashmere groans. You always do this. Every single time. I ask for your help, and this is what you do. You turn right around and make up your own plan.
One of
Does
the
that-
drafts you gestured to Alex laughs and says, "Yeah, we don't know how the boss got him, but he works for us now. Pretty great." So sorry to disappoint, Cashmere, but I'm doing this for her.
So are we!
I don't see how whatever plan you think you have is going to work. Mine will.
Hang on. I completely lost the plot. Did we fucking tell him the plan? Am I high right now?
I think we did.
No,
did.
we
Okay.
kind of. I think we said that. Cashmere told Falzone that they were going to be at this play, and he had invited him. I don't think he actually told him that they were going to try and convince Dornall or anything like that. At least I don't recall. Is that true?
Why would we have not told him that? That was the entire point of it.
I think it didn't happen in that scene, but
At some point, yeah, we would have talked to him and told him that, yeah, we're trying to get on his good
Well,
side
either way.
and negotiate.
and Lucky clearly knows the plan. There's a lot of communication happening
Yeah.
between the Salvatore.
Yeah,
You would
okay.
think he
Were
would
you-
know.
Were you hit on your head so many times in these in these scuffles that you just lost any sense of rationality? How does any of this help?
Just reminded of a line from Bog Fables. Have you lost all intelligence?
At this point, Crim and Wade, you'd probably be able to, with bodies in tow, like be arriving, but not hot on your heels. But a sizable force is coming closer too.
Yeah, like, are they
Yeah,
still following
so-
us?
Well, they're not following us, but they hear the commotion. So Crim shouts, not shouts, but says once he hears the shouting, and he says, "Yeah, I'm a little confused on why you're going against something when we're trying to help you. But also, some guards are coming." So he kind of pseudo thumbs behind him
Turner looks
as the other draft is still unconscious over his shoulder.
Turner looks to Cash with the staff in hand, and then just kind of says quietly to them, "Do I restrain them?"
Edmure puts up his hand for a second. Well, he says,
Now
like,
or never.
Alzone, what changed? Because something changed.
Guess it's never.
His eyes flick down, and he points. And those of you who might follow his finger would see. I mean, there's a bunch of you up here in this one spot having a conversation, quiet as it is, but the metal's straining a little bit. Some people with no stage play to watch are just, letting their gazes wander. People are maybe scrutinizing, and in fact, you can see Dornall, along with the other two, like beginning to study as well. Like taps Delilah's shoulder, like gesturing. And Falzone replies, "It doesn't matter right now, because what matters more is, are you going to allow this security sweep to come and interfere, make everything come to light? Isn't that against your plan? Or are you going to let us slip away, and maybe I'll meet up with you later?"
Pretty big, maybe.
If all goes well, we already won. At least we have a chance to.
So, you don't want our help.
Me? No.
Alright, we're done here then.
You never needed our help. You never did.
It's been good to see you again. But this is my home. It's not yours.
Why even call us here in the first place?
I'm so confused.
Security is very close now. You can tell they're the other parts of the grid where you had found your way through to reach here. And he starts trying to go up the ladder with the others.
Does Cash seem like he just wants to let him go, or?
Yeah, his ears are drooped, shoulders are dropped. He just says, "Just go. Leave. I don't want to see you again."
He winces a bit, turns it back like he wants to say something, but then like someone pushes his rump upward and he keeps climbing. And what happens
Can
next?
Crim do an Arcana check to check for any kind of enchantment on him?
Actually, kind of along those lines, I sort of want to check and see if he's under like a disguised self.
Mm-hmm.
Something
Okay.
similar to that. Although I'm gonna be trash at this.
What do I roll, Arcana?
I don't think you can, in terms of detecting magic, that's not like a skill check, but you could do insight to see if he's behaving differently.
If you want to check for disguised self, it's investigation.
Okay, yeah, and then that's another option.
It's investigation? I'm taking that. Alright, sure.
I guess I will check for the weird behavior or whatever then. Cause,
Yeah, you're better at that.
I have bad rolls today. That's a 6.
Do you have resolve?
Nope.
Well, investigation check for any illusory matters is a 25.
25! Okay. You've certainly been around enough illusion lately. You could look at him. It's dark, but no, you don't detect any... If this is illusory, if this is fake, the details would have to be very small and concealed. Not enough. No, this really seems like Falzone to you. And Alex, I mean, you know this guy's a good liar. He's clearly acting differently. You don't get any additional insight.
You shall play the role of Violet Pain in the next play.
You have a short window to relocate and elude, perhaps.
Yeah.
What's your play here?
A question: where are we below?
You're like here right now. 70 feet
sorry,
up.
sorry, can you ping again? Oh yeah. I mean,
Zoom
I
out,
got
'cause-
I got Featherfall if you want to just.
Okay, one more time, please, Tal.
I
Can I
mean-
zoom out to see where you're? Okay. Wait.
So, we need to get to the intermission area. So I'm thinking, like, what if we just break into a sprint, just try and get to the very rooftop front of the stage, and then jump down, and then just like rejoin the stage like nothing happened.
Well, I think we were
I
all
feel like-
seen. We were all seen on stage.
I feel like our best bet is to probably actually follow them to the roof.
That works for me.
Because
Yeah.
we were all seen on there, very clearly helping out with the performance, quote unquote. So
But the problem is getting back in. Well, it's intermission. I guess we'd be free to leave. Yeah.
Yeah. People are usually stepping out for some air and going back in.
Yeah, okay, we'll do that.
Okay, you break out onto the roof, following them as the clonk clonk of, boots on metal grates and stuff approaches. And you might be able to just see the tails literally, of these people, like, they're running at the edge, like ninja style in the movie, jumping off. So you hear a word called out, magic, you would know it is a component for Featherfall. And then they're, like, slow gliding away into the darkness between two taller buildings. You have a unremarkable flat roof.
well, Wade, would you like to help the others get down?
Yes, of course. My last bit of mundane magic for the day. So now we need to finish this. Do what we came here to do. Besides all that, I hope the good Dornell's in a negotiating mood.
Yeah, let's get that over with. And then we'll talk about whatever just happened later.
Cashmere, do you think you can be there for that right now? Or
Is there any reason for us to be there?
We still need to find the time thing. So yes. That
No,
hasn't
I mean,
changed.
is there any way that us being at the negotiation is going to help?
Well, I mean, we have to direct things, don't we? Who else is going to do the negotiations? For all we know, they're going to sabotage that too. We gotta do the talking.
Thought Falzone's uncle was going to do the talking.
Oh, what Falzone just did. Let's try to just listen in.
No. Let's do it. I'm in the mood for it. Let's do it.
we're the ones with knowledge about the power in the first place, so I think our presence there is needed. But for what it's worth, I'm sorry all that happened, Cashmere.
I'm confused it happened at all. Cash, does your friend over there have a tendency to betray when he feels like it, or is there something else we don't know about?
I think all blood is flowing to his ears.
I don't know what that
Well-
means. I don't have ears anymore.
You know his type. He does what he needs to do. And oftentimes, That's not what I want him to do.
But what does he need to do that's directly against his interests?
I don't know, Crim. And at this point, I'm just glad he's gone.
Okay.
Well, we don't know if he still has designs on Dornell's life.
Outside, you hear a voice of Lucky, somewhat distantly, the uncle, and Dornell. Sounds like they're starting a conversation in a place that's away from the crowd in front of the theater.
Oh, here we go. Let's go.
Yeah, so everybody, and Wade, like, so I stepped to the very edge and just like give us a little salute, and then just like backstep like into thin air.
As they were kind of on their way there, Turner would just be kind of like maybe pressed to wing some of the gruff, like the grime and stuff off of them from that scuffle. But yeah.
Yeah.
All right, can you join me, everybody?
All right.
All right. Last first lost ball slot, but we're getting down.
Shoot, I forgot the accent I gave Lucky. You guys remember?
I don't think he's talked
I
at all,
remember.
actually.
Yeah, we didn't really
Oh.
talk to him, and like I think we just kind of like no, this happened. We discussed this, we discussed that. We didn't like really talk to him. I don't think.
Yeah. A little bit outside the theater before. I remembered, though. We're good.
Okay.
Thanks. Okay, so you feather fall and just kind of out of sight and then rejoin the conversation? Rejoin the conversation?
Yeah.
Sorry to drop in.
I imagine we wouldn't drop in right at them, like just yeah. We're not trying to make a scene here.
It's the day, so everything's in plain sight. You can try to cover any bite marks if you have, and it's not too hard. And they both see you approach. There's a bunch of rabbits curiously milling about them, trying not to look as if they're bodyguards or doing anything, but you know, you're not alone, and it's a very public place. Dornall and Lucky are keeping a distance, very respectful. There's this air of posturing and tension between them. They note your entrance. Lucky gives a nod, and those of you who are particularly insightful or perceptive might see a lot of relief and questions on his face that he does not voice. And here they are to help with what I hope would be a fruitful and much too long delayed negotiation. Donal says, "Yes, I agree. And what a fine play that was. I mean, the lights, some odd delays, some odd choices, but it was novel. I cannot speak more glowing terms about it." And Lucky just like smiling and nodding.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to see you both again. I hope you will forgive the cameos.
I greatly respect their improvisational abilities.
It was great, wasn't it? Don't you think so, Dornell?
He just, yes, and I really appreciate. I've done some reading, of the Song of Boasts, and it was rather accurate. I appreciated the narration during the time when we could see it, that last act, and he just keeps talking.
Well, unfortunately, a lot of information is lost to time. Accounts for these vary from teller to teller, but there are a lot of gaps in there that I would be able to fill if it ever piques your interest.
Lucky. Yes, and so, terms, if you're willing to talk, let's begin. Just you guys.
Yes, this is all about the wild card in all of this. One, Samaka. The ability that she carries, her current state of dwelling. The current offer that we gave beforehand still stands. We believe we possess the ability, or at least the chance, to take this weapon of sorts out of cards to make sure neither of the families can use it. Won't be able to destabilize or make either of you a target. Whether from the power itself or being kidnapped to be used as leverage, that won't be an issue. We only ask to see her and free her from her current state.
Well, Donal shuts up enough to listen to this. You describe this lucky, though. Presumably, either Samaka's uncle or great uncle or something like that. Quirks an eyebrow, whiskers twitching. You might elaborate. For Donal's benefit.
I suppose there's no issues with being transparent, everybody.
Turner would
Looks
kind
around.
of like relay some of the incidents from the past powers that they've had to help remove from the equation, and go over some of the effects that they had on the regions, and how it might be best to, as Wade said, just take this off the table.
Probably also mention with an emphasis that Crim doesn't, because he's currently playing Show Dragon. But basically, probably an emphasis, I believe, on how if it stays on the table, it will only get worse,
Yeah.
as we have seen before.
And if they want to basically keep the numbers here from doodling even more, then since you mentioned that people have been kind of like leaving town and stuff.
Donal would say, very interesting. These powers are the talk of the world these days. I wonder what gives you the impression that you can simply pluck this from her. That would be a much coveted gift.
Of course, sir, it's not a guarantee, but go on.
Any
Yeah.
reason why we shouldn't tell them that we have done it, or do you think we should still keep that to ourselves?
Crim's eyes slightly bug out, suggesting that unless our hand is forced, we should not bring out that piece of info.
Okay.
He's worried about getting kidnapped.
That's true.
Yeah,
Dragon
that's
nap.
kind of what I was thinking.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, well, you've heard the tales, of course, of one Devron? Well, the other tales. The more recent ones.
The most recent one, because there have been many imitators.
Oh, you're talking about the otter that coined the term and had a psychotic episode? That one?
Yes, that one.
Alright. What's he got to do with it?
Well, we could say we had an encounter with him, and he seemed to relay that this was possible. This ability, this technique that could be used to extradite this power from someone and transfer it to someone else. And from the stories we've heard, from what we've seen of his own abilities, it'd be quite true.
You look at Lucky, who I can vouch for them. They are well recommended to me. They've been traveling, and I'm sure it's legitimate. If it isn't, the deal's off. And before I call for a persuasion check, anything else you want to say?
I don't have anything else. What do you think?
Anything on your
Crim
mind,
tries
Cashmere?
to look as pretty as possible to show that they're really credible because they take such good care of their dragon.
We've.
Uh,
I was looking at Cashmere's face.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've seen it with our own eyes. We've seen the effect it's had on people in the land. All I'm saying is that you can't control it. But it can be removed.
Knowing you talked to Dornall yesterday, if you'd said these words confrontationally, he would not have been having the same reaction as he's having right now. He just smiles jovially. All right, yeah, made your point. And he thinks about what you're saying, like a persuasion check, I think either from Cashmere or Wade.
Who has resolved
She-
quick.
GM.
I do. Yeah, no, yes,
You
I
go,
got this. Yeah, this is my thing. That's why I gotta do the talking. Fuck.
You can make
Oh
this.
yeah, you're in a crowd too, right?
You make this based on the results of your efforts with a plus 12
Plus
on top of
12.
whatever you have. Yeah.
Wait. What plus 10? Plus 12 is my base modifier with.
So plus
Okay, so it's
24.
plus 24.
So Beagle, don't roll a nat 1, please.
Jesus fucking Christ!
It's
All right.
4 times how many ticks on the meter you got.
All right. Well, I'm
Roll
resolving that.
something.
I'm resolving that. Fuck you guys.
Why do you
No,
think
don't
fuck
blame
us?
Okay, good. Okay. 40.
40.
That's 10 above the highest DC typically.
So is it like a plus 4 for each tick?
Yeah.
Check the rules. I'm not sure
only
if that
do we convince him
succeeds.
of that, now we're the bosses.
What do you mean you're not
Al,
sure that it
If a
succeeds?
40 doesn't succeed, then there's something wrong with this.
All right, you have converted him from indifferent to friendly. I'm sorry. No, just kidding.
How we're not playing Pathfinder. Sorry for all the jabs I keep on throwing at them.
You will release Samaka.
Yes. All right, we could trade Samaka. She's more trouble than she's worth. You're right. It was good to put some pressure on the other families, though. Remind them we're in charge. That crime won't fly without retribution, Lucky. We'll just need some bare minimum in turn from the Scavatory, halt the southern waterfront raids, have the rent of those new building additions in the Gravasi sub-district, eh? Lucky's he doesn't seem like he's very worried about these demands.
Yeah.
Of course, yes. Of course, we can exchange the details in writing by tonight.
But I just told you that worked. But yes. All right. Our specialization is time, but yours is to balance power on this. I'll leave you all to it. Thank you, sirs.
Mm-hmm. You will, Lucky says, attend for the exchange, I hope, to make sure things are smooth.
Yeah, it is in our interest.
I'm sure your time is valuable. You say time, bring it up again. Time is key. How about 1 hour after sundown, the thumper works? Dornall says, oh, the metalworking plant, yeah, it was abandoned after the accident and the fire. Sure, it's neutral ground.
Cashmere, you want an insight, by the way?
Do I?
Do you?
I guess I could. Yeah, I think I do. Let's see if they're telling the truth. Or if Dornell is, being genuine here.
Ooh.
25.
In this moment, you think, absolutely, he's just in such a buoyant mood. Nothing can go wrong.
God, I'm just imagining
Yes.
if we had a couple ticks down.
Esmer sighs in relief at that. Great. Great. Great.
Great. Great.
Great.
Crim's eyes bulge nervously.
Well,
And they shake hands.
I need to go back and write a review of that play.
Yeah. I love politics. Don't we all?
They both chuckle and spread out and go back to, their circles. Lucky's a subtle glance expects from that you will rejoin him at some point, but doesn't seem like a come with me now.
I'd wager we'll have some unexpected guests at exchange, but it's a hunch.
Oh, you think so, huh?
I'm glad it's over.
Well, let's not count our chickens right now. He tried to sabotage one.
Are they away? Are they out of earshot?
I
Yeah.
assume so.
Crim nervously sighs and says, I think we should be battle ready for that exchange. Not for them, but for anyone else.
Hey, question, Tal. What's the name of the tavern that we're staying at?
Kind clarinet.
All right. So Wade will go, just go back in the crowd to find Falzone and Lucky, and individually, he's just gonna point. He's just gonna point at them one at a time. They hear a message.
Falzone left, didn't he?
He's talking about Dornall and Lucky.
Yeah.
Oh, Dornall.
okay.
Sorry. I fear that meeting will have unexpected guests. To avert that, may we instead meet at the Kind Clarinet. They'll hear that message telepathically.
Okay, you track down and follow into the crowd. Lucky, you send that to him. He says, we'll have to renegotiate. I thought that went well. I send that to Dornall, and he's like, "Oh, we could talk about it. You sure? Intermission's almost over, you know."
Yeah, fantastic. All right, should I pursue this, guys? You think, or just?
Might be a bit risky. We'll have to.
I think
We'll figure out what they feel like later, but we don't want to push our luck on this because if we have to renegotiate, it's going to be exposed anyway.
Yeah.
And
all right.
Also, you have to remember, Falzone is kind of in the know. So whatever we tell them, no matter how covert, he's going to find out because he's more or less part of the same system, you know?
Yeah, I don't see it getting getting hidden.
I don't think we're getting around this one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and that's like I say, he's sending. All right, forget I say anything. Like the food there was great, but we can have another time. And then he, I guess we'll just beat him up. And he turns around.
Okay, yeah. They're like, okay, same plan, got it.
Yeah, that would have been so great if Falzone just spends all that time just waiting at the wrong place.
Oh, it'd be great, but he's too in the know.
Yeah. All right. Good.
In a couple of minutes, people will be starting to filter back in as an announcer says to come back. Security Forester hasn't left, at least not through the front doors, and you didn't see any other ones. Where's the party going?
Well,
I could use a cat nap. Ha ha ha.
Well, Crim will quietly suggest to the others that we should probably find a spot that will be either close to backstage, again, just in case, or also we can see Falzone and stuff in case they try to just do a fucking assassination attempt during the second half of the play, just to keep an eye on things.
Yeah. Turner will just kind of, along that same line, he'll just kind of do what he's doing before. He's backstage, emergency hand. He's gonna try to maybe go underneath the stage and try to fix those floors. The play must go on.
We see the Song of Bows telling a story about a group of kobolds.
So some of you are staying outside near the theater, and some of you are going back in?
Oh, I thought Nemo was going back inside. Unless I misunderstood.
Yeah, Crim was going to be the best way to see if something's going wrong is to be at his seat, more or less.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused on what's going on this.
Okay.
I'll
Okay, well-
go back to my seat as well.
As you enter back into the front lobby and until you go to your seat, you see various audience members being questioned by people in medieval guard-like uniforms. And in fact, as you enter, one of them, another capybara, not the slain one, sees you enter and points at you, and the guy turns and studies you.
Should we just do an about face as soon as they happen? It's like nope, and then.
Who is you in this particular case?
Alex will say.
Oh.
I think we should make ourselves scarce. I mean, if it's already flooded with security detail, I mean, presumably that's going to be enough of a diversion. Or a
That's
deterrent.
true.
I
If
suppose.
Falzone goes up, stop! You violated the law.
I mean, are you guys guilty of crimes? Do you want to ask a question? It's totally up to you.
Yeah. I think we should just head out.
Okay.
Crim just decides that he can probably do really well by playing dumb right now. So he just is obediently following what the others are doing, nervously.
Yeah, so,
Uh,
so
Alex gives a brief look over towards the conversation. Kind of looks like he's gonna just act nonchalant, like he doesn't care, but notices everybody else turning around to leave and just kind of looks around awkwardly for a little bit and goes to follow them if they're heading out.
Okay. No sense
Okay.
putting the party again. Having some of them get
Yeah,
questioned, some of them not.
Cashmere will pointedly position himself behind Crim so he is out of view. In such a way where his body is blocked. Yeah, his body's blocked.
You bunnies are
As a
dime
reminder,
dozen.
I know everyone knows that like Crim's big in combat, but as a reminder, he is 4 feet tall, on all fours under normal circumstances.
Yeah, that's why he's ducking a little bit.
I see.
That's not suspicious. Alright, we leave.
He's contorting his body, so he's like kind of
To
doing
be,
like
yeah, Crim is a conveniently shaped lamp. Understood.
And
That's
the guard,
exactly the joke I was thinking of.
and the guard who's on the guard who's on the other side of the place is like, what is that idiot doing?
I think you've still got 2 unconscious bodies on your back, right, Crim?
No, Crim only has. Crim would have dropped that off during the negotiations. So
Oh, hi! Don't pay attention to your...
Maybe they're
Yeah,
still on the roof.
yeah, Crim was kind of hoping that person would stay unconscious for a while. So, Crim just like, is there a spot to just like make him rest? Like, oh, he's just having a nap.
Yeah,
We
sure.
just left him there, and then if they're turning around, he's gonna recover him for later questioning.
yeah, yes. Ever seen Commando? Please don't disturb my friend. He's dead tired.
Okay, you vacate
Yeah,
the
Crim will,
premise.
Crim will use one of his message boxes, and he put a message that says, "On break, don't bother."
It looks like a backstage crewman, so sure. Okay, you are vacated the premise. You know, you get some people, some of these official figures in this now much securer theater, hopefully. Like, looking at you as you go, but, you know, not following you or chasing you, like, halt for questioning. And give me 1 minute, I just need to feed Murdoch something so he stops making noises. Be right back.
All right.
What is
Yeah,
important?
We managed to escape.
Yes. Very good play. Very interactive.
The fog saved us.
It's only a little awkward. Only a little bit.
Yes. So I'm a little low on resources, but if we have to provide Overwatch for that negotiation, that exchange, by all means. Should we just rest until then?
I could use a rest.
You and me both.
How is the party looking on resources? Are we like, oh, we are totally out of everything, or like, we're getting low?
I mean, I can get my Bardics back, and I'm good on health. I only have 1 second level spell slot left.
I mainly just need like a short rest for all my points back, but that's about it.
Not doing too terribly bad.
I should be good for another fight if I get a short rest, but it's up to you
I got-
guys.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like out of first level spells, but I got like 2 third levels and a second level left, so I can bring out the big guns if needed.
Alright, cool. That's about what I expected.
If Crim takes a short rest, he'll get most of his major things back, and also he'll be able to heal, which he would appreciate.
Where are the rules for
spent a-
intermediate rests?
They're in the optional rules.
Okay, thank you.
I spent all my spell slots on self.
I don't think we get intermediate rest though, because we're going to be going out at sundown.
It's for,
so
it's
that's
for
only
something.
enough
It's to see if something that I had
for... Oh, okay.
would have recovered from before. It's retroactive.
Okay, heading back vaguely towards the clarinet, talking about what you guys are doing. Pass through a smaller street. You know, there's some more cramped streets where you're staying. Let me just switch maps here.
Oh,
Shit, we're in another alley.
Backstab Alley. Oh no.
Oh no, guys, we're in a blueprint.
Falzone, pops
Oh,
out
do
of...
we get a short rest?
No, I think we're getting interrupted
This
right
is
now.
pretty immediate, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Falzone pops out of the second-story window of what looks to be an abandoned building behind you as you're walking through. Dressed differently, sliding down the vines on a trellis. Evening, folks. I'm so terribly sorry I couldn't make the play. Glances at you, Cashmere, with what looks like a sincere apology. But I was under orders not to attend. What news?
Wait.
What do you
we have
want?
I thought we have to catch you up.
Yeah, Crim looks confused. And he's
What is this
also
all
easily
about?
deceived with his -1 wisdom.
I'm sorry, I bailed. That's Lucky told me I was too active, making too much dramatic flair and changes. I shouldn't be present even near where this negotiation was going to happen. I mean, did it go well?
Falzone, stop it. Stop talking around it.
Crim suddenly, approaches, and, he doesn't look hostile at all. But he, leans his head, he goes for a sniff, and he, tries to investigate. Is this... It's in very recent memory. Is this the same person?
If you wish to move your token to that
sorry.
spot and roll, you may. He lets you, but his hands are on things on his person. He's tense.
Yeah, Crim, cows himself a bit, I'm not gonna hurt you. But then he investigates. 21? 21 investigation. Less than last time, but still decent.
He's uninjured. He's got the exact same leather sheaths with the little engravings around the rim where the stitching is. Still sounds like fluids moving with potions within him. And the clothes are different, but he sure seems to be behaving as Falzone. I mean, before the
Wait.
theater event, Falzone.
He's a smelly mammal, right? Okay.
Yes.
Rude.
Does the theater have a particular scent? It has to. The working area with all the theater equipment. Crim tries really hard to smell if he's got any trace of that theater smell on his fur.
I'll say that is a perception check to straight up detect a scent.
Alright, I'm shit at this. 9.
No, I mean, it smells more breezy, smells more like the city. Could have picked up those scents, flying through the air away from the theater. Hard to tell.
Crim, I think you have to go a little closer. Add a D8.
Eventually, Crim tilts his head curiously.
Oh. Wait, I think Bugle's doing a reaction thing.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
oh.
Yeah, just bardic inspiration, add a D8.
Oh, fuck. Well, alright. That 9 will therefore become a... Ouch. Oh, fuck. What's 9 plus 8?
17.
17.
17.
17 to detect the smell of a location. The person was recently...
The smell of a distinct location. It's not like theater equipment and all that weird stuff is commonplace.
I'm not going to tell you if this is a success or a failure, but you don't detect any of that equipment. I mean, surely could have clung to his clothes, which are different now, but you still don't smell anything like that.
Okay. Crim tilts his head, takes a step back, and then glances at the others and says, I'm not really good at this, but, he doesn't smell like he's from there. He doesn't... I don't know. It's weird. Go on, Will.
I'll say get resolved for that idea, Namo.
Hey, Tal, I have a quick question. Quick reminder. Do you say he's wearing the same clothes that we saw the other Falzone or same Falzone?
No, it's
that was
different.
in the... Okay.
Yeah.
So then he probably wouldn't be wearing any of the same stuff. Damn, I'm trying to see if there's something I could maybe detect, but probably not. Okay.
The only thing would be his earring.
Yeah. But Turner wasn't even able to see that in the hood and stuff like that, so I don't think that'd be much to go on. Okay. Never mind then.
Alright, Falcone. Just call this as a security measure. I'm going to recount with impeccable memory the exact conversation we had about an hour ago. Could you recall what you said to us? And
Why are you all acting as if you don't trust me? I thought we were on the same team. I thought... What is going on here?
Hang on, we'll explain, because the last thing we need is for everyone to start pointing fingers. If you're acting, then telling you this won't mean anything, but we saw someone who looked and sounded an awful lot like you with the people trying to sabotage the play by knocking all the people who are working the stage unconscious and things like that. Cash, I think, saw you under the stage area. Lots of weird things happened.
That was me.
Turner saw you, and then eventually we stopped a lot of things. Then you ran off. Well, you, assuming it is you, which might not be. I don't actually know anymore. I think I'm going crazy. But basically, we think you already betrayed us, or someone who looked a lot like you, and if it was an illusion, boy, was that a good one.
Went against my wishes, Falcone.
does this ring a bell?
I want to see what his reaction is. Is he like, what the heck is going on, or is he closer to a oh crap, or exactly as I expected, or something along those lines?
Yeah, insight.
Can I stop getting my dice to screw me over today? I am just rolling bad. 11.
Expression's controlled as this is going on. He seems too confused and calculating, upset.
Like, calculating is in trying to figure out if we're fibbing him, or is just confused and calculating is all we get from that?
Yeah, calculating. He's trying to figure things out. He's concentrating. I don't know what you're talking about. I guess the play didn't go so well. You say, Turner, you were down there? I mean, maybe your perceptions shouldn't be taken as absolute. No offense. He kind of taps where he'd be wearing glasses.
I think the conversation that we had with you pretty much solidified it.
Oh yeah, it was when all of us happened to have a good look at you there.
But your comment about my short-sightedness is noted.
Go ahead, Doc.
I was basically just going to say, yeah, we all saw it.
Okay. Well, did this person have my equipment, my skills?
You know, now that I think about it, he never actually tried to attack us. He just looked a little intimidating and then ran off, and well, he was pretty good at hopping rooftops, but I guess that's not much of a surprise for a draft.
Where were you these last few hours?
Yeah, can you prove that? That might help.
I was in, he says slowly, one of our safe houses. Probably shouldn't tell you exactly where that is. Nor would any of the Scavatory. I mean, you're on our side, but it's family business, you understand?
Can I was going to have Cashmere wordlessly walk right up to Falcone. Like, face to face, not that far apart at all.
If he does, Crim will quietly murmur, "Be gentle, don't do anything rash, please, we don't know."
He won't say anything to that, but he will look Falcone in the eyes. And as close as he possibly can be, he wants to compare, with his memory that he has, the look in this Falcone's eye and the one back in the theater. With an insight check, probably.
Okay, I'll say you have advantage, because this is your boy Falcone.
Yay. 20 plus, that's 6. Yes. Well, I'll roll that again. Well, 16, I guess.
You
I don't
also
have
have-
resolve.
Okay, never mind.
Their eyes are the same. The sheen of their fur of their face, the whiskers seem the same. Emotionally, right now, he seems frustrated, still calculating. The Falcone back in the theater also seemed frustrated, perhaps more angry and cold. But this
And
Falcone,
evasive.
this current Falcone, or the same Falcone, whatever's happening here, is seeming to be becoming more and more cold and upset as this goes on.
Cashmere says, just tell me the truth. Where were you?
I was in a safe house. You will accept that answer, all of you. Listen, I was able to visit Samako once before they got very strict about visitations, family, and they manipulated their policy as they do, those drafts. That face is what's motivating me. I will get her out, with or without your help or your trust. It seems you've worked successfully, I hope. With lucky, I don't have the full status report, but I will get it.
But
And I hope we
you
can be
wouldn't-
allies.
But you would like our help if we're willing to offer it.
Yes, this whole theater thing, I thought we were allied on that. I would love your help. And yet you come back saying you don't trust me. I was there fighting against you. That makes no sense.
What would...
Well, hey, let's look at this one logically. We are not from here. Cash obviously has an interest in the thing that we said we were planning to do. We have no reason whatsoever to lie to you about what we saw or experienced. Does that part make sense?
I don't know. There's a lot of politicking happening in the city.
We're not in these politics.
You were supposed to be just involved in a negotiation that controls the fate of this town. What's that?
I meant we don't live here. Once we finish this thing up, we'll be gone. That's what I mean. We have no reason for any of these long-term deceptions. I'm losing my mind here.
I've told you the truth, Cashmere. And what was that? Wade, the conversation?
Well,
Sure, it went...
I just wonder, were you ever privy? I'm just curious of this now. Were you ever privy to what Samaku's power was?
No, we don't know what the specific power is yet.
I fear it may be relevant, perhaps.
How important...
I don't know.
Is that power important to you? Or is it
I
just
don't
your
even
cousin?
know what it is.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Because maybe
So-
that trickery was also what did it.
So,
Who knows?
so it is just the fate of your cousin that is important. That is all that matters.
It's not all that matters. But it matters.
Then consider our mission a success. She'll be free.
So,
Really?
Yes.
Negotiated her release.
yes, well,
Yes, we did.
We need only do nothing.
Listen, Falcone. He put his hand on Falcone's shoulder. We're going to be meeting for an exchange at the Metalworks. I want you to be there. And I want to be able to see you while you're there.
Oh, I don't know if... I mean, you didn't negotiate me. It's not like I'm the most...
Promise? Promise.
Cashmere,
Can I offer something at the very least as as reliable? Just Be somewhere just not too far out of sight. I will know where you are. Would that work
I
for you
could do
both?
that, as long as it's out of sight of, Dornall, Lucky, against any orders they might have.
He looks to Cashmere.
I have a bit of a reputation, Dornall and the drafts, they don't like me very much. They know how much of a thorn I can be. So that might influence negotiations, you understand?
Maybe that's why they. I mean, assuming you're not lying to us, maybe that's why they used your semblance to try to get us to not trust you.
If we're giving you that benefit of the doubt,
Yeah.
then you at least need to give us some confidence.
Yeah.
Would you allow me to examine to see if they have any sort of effects on you?
By all means. And he, holds his arms out, like I've got nothing to hide. Even though if you were to pat him down, he's got, concealed weapons.
Yeah.
and stuff.
You've proven a valuable ally to us. I think we're all telling the truth. Just wonder if you weren't acting of your own volition, perhaps. Sleeper agent of sorts? We still don't know what Samaka's power is, or some other spell.
Turner's just taken the time to ritually cast Identify on his person. If you will allow it.
He will, but I'll say you'll have disadvantage on initiative if he suddenly attacks.
Understood.
Okay.
He'll just kind of gesture to the others, I guess just Crim in this case. Please get some space. Let's not crowd him.
Okay. And Crim will back up a bit.
He gives a little whisper. If he's potentially a secret agent, a sleeper agent, should we have him at the negotiation?
Well, I mean, we kind of already told him where it's going to be, but I figured he would have found out anyway. Is there any good vantage point where you can just see if something bad happens, but otherwise not be spotted? That could be pretty good.
And as you're talking and Turner, you're doing this casting, he's looking at Cashmere and he says, "This is more important than a fun little play for both of us. I'll be there, Cashmere. Come the hells or the high water. How's that?"
Cashmere stares at him for a little bit. This expression blank. Before he slowly nods. I expect you to. Please, don't do it again.
Ash, we can't be sure. I mean...
I'm not talking about that.
Oh, okay.
Hey, you have my word. That's worth a lot, isn't it? He winks.
For your sake. For your sake, I hope it is. And for mine, too.
Identification would reveal no active spell effects on his person. Uplifted rabbit. Level...
Well, at the very least at this moment, you don't seem to be under any sort of influence.
I wouldn't be so sure about that. He winks again at you.
That's pretty good.
Well, any sort of supernatural influence. Whatever history you two have is none of my business.
Well, he would let you shut him up. Anyway.
You know what? No. Go and tell them.
About how
Forget.
supernatural your influence is?
No.
Grim looks at Cash, bedazzled.
His
He had no
attempt on
idea
Dornell?
Cash had such supernatural influence.
His attempt on Dornell? Was that what you were referring to, Cashmere?
Wait, I think you've all people... Well, actually, I don't know.
And what is Snap or
Cashmere?
Cashmere referring to?
The ex-boyfriend thing, but also the
Oh, okay.
the quote-unquote betrayal as well, I guess.
Okay, just say, oh yes, we were a thing once. A beautiful thing. Sort of like where the ocean meets a rocky shore. So much crashing, foam, tension. It was like sparks in the air, but water, water's prettier. And then some things went wrong, and it's history. That's okay.
Yeah.
You guys fused together? That's
Ah,
for
really?
rolling a 1 on wisdom.
Yeah, a very small part of them.
In a manner of speaking, but perhaps that's not the conversation for now. Or
Cashmere
ever.
like turns around slowly to them, like giving them like, really? Look.
Crim just looks genuinely... Crim looks completely confused. He has no idea what's going on right now.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Cashmere. I thought I'd lead us to Wine Woman in Song, but I was asking for the wrong thing.
Really, in this day and age of bows? For shame.
I never
Moving on.
Moving on, levity aside. I am not pleased with how this went. I'm sure you understand why. I hope we can rebuild what was fractured here. I hope you all are being truthful with me.
Again, I don't think we have any reason to lie to you about this.
See you
And,
tonight,
you know-
or maybe you don't.
The more I think about it, why would you have a reason to... To be honest, I was entirely confused on why you were, well, someone who looked a lot like you was doing all those things in the first place. Like, why go through all that coordination and all that when you could have just misled us to do literally anything else, you know? It doesn't add up. So I think just through that logic, I'd be happy to trust you on that one. I mean, there's not really any harm in it right now. Just saying, okay, I'll be quiet now.
That's all good.
Droops his head.
Trust but verify. Just one last thing, please. He gives him a little point. He's in his head, just for my ease of mind. Password strawberry.
He gives you an unimpressed look, a wry smile.
Alright, I think we're done here.
We'll see you tonight, Falson.
Yeah, definitely. I'll be there.
He would just kind of like point to some random thing that Falzon is currently wearing, like a scarf or whatever shirt he's wearing. He'll just say, just make sure you're wearing that.
Can do. And he does a silly bow, like runs partly up the wall, grabs a pipe, demonstrates, dexterity on par with Cashmere's as he goes out of sight.
Damn, Cashmere can't do that until level 9.
Yeah.
Mm.
Is there any trouble in paradise?
We
Good
made
way to end
it.
Good session. Good session.
Hello, Bumblebee AU.
Yeah, we got some good.
What a
We got some
bumble.
viewers
Say
this
hi to
time.
Murdoch
Yeah, we did it.
for
Where's the
him
boys?
or for them. Bumble says hi.
Look at him stretch.
Crimsicle.
Say hello to the dog.
Okay, well, thank you all for coming, and sorry for the earlier than usual break. I think we're going to be at the same time next week. Is that correct, Snap?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think I should. Yeah, I don't think I'll be off. Well, I have to be off for like a while, maybe like till June, at the earliest. So we're good.
Alright, thank you as always for being our loyal follower, Burbus. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye. Thanks for coming.